Welcome everyone to another session with the Second Chances. Before we get into our recap, we're going to do what we always do at the top of the show and thank Critical Role for creating the wonderful world of Exandria that we're playing in. Specifically, we are using at the moment the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount. And also thank you to Critical Role, Reliquary Records, Dungeon Glitch, and Hunter Rogertson, all of whom are providing music that you hear tonight, which you can also find, and is all, at least so far, has been DMCA free on Spotify, and I'm sure all the other streaming platforms as well. Great for use in streamed or home games. So last we left the Second Chances, they had just gotten to Nicodranas and were looking into a contact given to them by the gentleman of Zadash in hopes to get a long-standing wound in Rosalind's shoulder fixed. They met with Babadon Dosal, the former gentleman who introduced them to his daughter, Jester Lavore of the Mighty Nine, and sure enough, through some unconventional magical means, Rosalind's shoulder was healed. They were also asked to perform a favor in return, which was to rescue a gnomish girl who had been kidnapped and was the daughter of a wealthy merchant. They, of course, agreed and have 4 days to come up with a plan before they have to worry about meeting the pirates at the designated location. There was also a bit of a homecoming with Kieran, who now goes by the name Corey, stumbling across the group as they entered the Lavish Chateau and rejoining. Corey did pop into their card box in front of Maeve and had a bit of some splaining to do, but according to the rolls, it's fine. Everything is fine. And as we left off with everyone... Whoops.
What kind of music is this?
I forgot to hit the repeat button.
Damn it.
I mean, it kind of makes sense as I was about to explain that as you all went to bed, Hermia had a visitor in one of her dreams. If she interprets it that way, maybe it was just a nightmare, as Hermia's anxiety does make her prone to night terrors. But someone attacked her in her sleep and told her to let Roz know that she cannot protect you. So with that, we'll jump right back in. It is the morning after that you've arrived in Nicodranas, and Hermia, you have just sat up in bed, covered in sweat, in pain, as you took something like, I think, 32 damage. You did not get the effects of a long rest.
Yes, I did, because I rolled for it last time.
No, what you rolled for was exhaustion, so you didn't get exhaustion. But you guys also haven't been expending any resources.
Yeah, I don't think you would have gained anything back anyway.
So it shouldn't be that big of a deal for you.
It did nothing, basically.
Well, you got 30 damage.
32 damage, that's what it did.
You took 32 damage.
Okay.
All right. And you are in bed next to Roz since you guys were sharing a room. So, go ahead.
Oh, holy shit. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Holy shit. Oh, okay.
Did I
That was
sleep
cool.
in? Nice. Are you alright?
I just had the weirdest fucking dream. Like, I think you talk about your sister way too much, because she was there. It was this whole big thing, and it's just, oh man, that was weird.
What do you mean my sister was there?
You know, like the one that you talk about that's all like angry and like, you know,
Yeah, the one that
oddly
attacked me in my
obsessed
dreams?
with you. Yeah, her. Yeah, she was there. She like freaking stabbed me like an asshole. Like, just does that. Like, I mean, not that the dream that I was having was like any better before she showed up, but I mean, come on, like, don't ruin my dream.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I got a bit of a headache, but I'm okay.
What
Why?
did you look like?
I actually don't remember.
She was a giant spider with tons of eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, that was it. She was a spider lady. Which was weird.
Did she say anything or just attack you?
Oh, she's like, Roz can't protect you, and I was like, just like confused, cause, I mean, that's weird. specific thing to say in a dream, but I don't know. No big deal. I've had worse nightmares.
What you have? Roz looks utterly horrified. So. Okay, so any other time she's visited, she attacked Kieran the one time, and she tried to attack Maeve the one time, or Zana the one time, but I was in those dreams.
I don't think you were in there. Yeah, no, it's just weird. I don't know.
Yeah, Roz looks scared, genuinely.
It's just a dream, Roz. I'm not mad or anything. It's not like you can control, like, your sister being crazy.
Well, that part's true. But listen, she is very powerful. I don't know what she's capable of doing to someone in a dream. I don't know if... But I'd rather not find out. Do you need healing? Are you okay?
I mean, this headache is super bad right now.
Okay.
And I feel kind of sore.
Roz is going to reach out and pump 20 points of lay on hands into Hermia.
All right.
Okay, that feels a little bit better.
As you do, there is a knock at your door, and at everyone's door, for this matter, as your wake-up call is coming to let you know that breakfast is being served if you would like to partake, and that the Ruby of the Sea would actually be doing a noon performance today.
Was it one guy like doing like the wake up call at one time, or was it like multiple people like doing it at one time?
It's the same dude just going and knocking on everybody's door, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay. So as everyone gets up and heads downstairs, I'm actually going to take a moment to take us somewhere else.
No.
Somewhere in Vano, outside the headquarters of the New Fortuneers. A woman pushes past the unlatched gate and walks the path from the muddy road to the front door. An Eladrin, maybe in her 30s or 40s, her skin is kissed with a hint of mint, as if it spent a season hiding away from the sun. Her short hair cut into a bob just above her ears is a dark citron green with a hint of lemon yellow. Her eyes are light blue with speckles of silver, her skin dotted with purple freckles. She wears light mail armor of black and red, bearing similarities to infernals and demons. That's not the only curiosity about this Eladrin, it's the other ancestry that she carries. White horns reach back around her head like a halo. She reaches a purple hand up, the skin fading into the pale color with that hint of green at her elbows. She knocks as she takes her short sword scabbard from her back and holds it at her side. The door opens and a human woman with dark skin looks up at her. "Can I help you?" The Eladrin pushes past, setting her sword down by the door, as the shocked human takes a moment to collect herself. "Excuse you?" She calls across the hall as the Eladrin moves with purpose. "Evelyn, do you know this lady?" From the other side of the main room in the kitchen, a winter-touched Eladrin turns and her body freezes. The dish she was holding clatters to the ground without warning or command. Tears begin to fall from her eyes. Her body trembles as she tries to take a few steps forward. A halfling near her rushes to her side. "Evelyn? What's wrong? Who are you?" he calls to the Eladrin, walking toward them. "Pull yourself together, mother," the Eladrin says as Evelyn reaches out, taking her hands and pulling her closer, eyes still stained with tears. How is this possible? You look..." But she's cut off. "How I'd probably look normally, yes, if I was Celine. With a few extra bits," Light says as she straightens her mother. "But I'm not. It's just easier in this world to look like this." "I don't understand. Why are you here? Has something happened?" "It's nothing to be alarmed over, but I have come to show you something." You're all brought down for breakfast at the Lavish Chateau. Gather together around the table, and breakfast is served.
Yummy breakfast.
Huh?
What?
I don't know any of that.
Nope, Roz is just hungry for breakfast. real hungry. She's not been this hungry in a minute.
You all right, Roz? You seem very hungry.
She slept great because the shoulder didn't hurt all night, and that's everything that's happening in her life and all that matters.
Well, there is a dream thing.
I mean,
And
I had a weird dream about Roz's sister, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a dream.
Is
I
that
have
an
weirder
ask
dreams.
everybody?
Yeah,
Okay. Wait, which sister?
the
bad one.
crazy one that's like obsessed with Roz and won't leave her alone.
the one you don't want showing up in your dreams.
The one that hurt Corey?
Yeah. The one that tried to kill Zana.
What happened to you, Hermia?
And she was like this crazy spider lady, and she freaking stabbed me. And yeah, it was already a pretty like weird dream before she showed up, and then it just got just weirder.
Roz, have
I don't
you
know.
you've told the party about the 2 dreams you've had prior with her,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Okay. Zana raises the question. She's never showed up in your dreams as a spider before.
No, she has not.
And it's weird because I'm not exactly afraid. Like, I don't like bugs, like all bugs, but it's not like I'm like petrified of spiders. You know, I just have an extreme reaction. Usually, I just like start like throwing shit and like trying to catch them on fire. But you know, I'm not
Oh.
like terrified of them.
I mean, if you want to look on the bright side, maybe it has nothing to do with your sister. Maybe it's a Lulth thing.
I don't know that would be the bright side. That might be worse.
Nah.
Did she say anything?
Something
Yeah,
about like Roz can't protect me and blah blah blah, and it's like, come on, this is my dream. Why are you talking about your sister in my dream? Am I not like worth it to like personally threaten? You have to like threaten your sister. It's just dumb.
Are you mad that she threatened me instead of you?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just tired of people underestimating me. Like, is that
Yeah.
wrong to like be bothered by that?
I feel you,
I'll threaten you.
Okay, do it.
Corey.
I'm gonna beat your ass, Hermia.
That didn't
Wait.
sound very convincing at all.
No, I'm gonna beat your ass. And I just like nudge Leaf. Back me up.
Okay. So on the off
Corey
chance-
will most certainly beat your ass.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
No
okay.
description.
So moving forward, assuming this is Shadow and she has decided that she's going to start attacking you all while I'm not there.
We can't sleep alone.
No. We have to take like I don't know. Okay.
Hermia
We
wasn't
can-
alone last night. She was with you, was she not?
Yes. But
So
I was
there's
sleeping. I should have been
no.
watching.
What would you have done?
Wake her up. I
Stab
don't
her
know.
brain. That doesn't. Yeah. No.
Okay. We can
It
talk
would
to each
stop
other.
me from dreaming.
We can
That's a
talk to
good
each other
plan.
via our tattoos. If you find yourself in a dream and are aware, in all my dreams with her, I've always at least been aware enough of what's going on. You reach out to each other immediately.
We can talk to each other with our dreams?
No, in your dream, use your tattoo. Try to use the tattoo and talk to us.
That works.
There's no
I don't
guarantee
know.
that works.
Well,
It's-
there's no
It's a
guarantee that-
starting point, though.
That'd be
guarantee that
fucking
happens.
crazy. We should have like a dream party. That'd be awesome.
Ask the Oracle. She seems to like to throw those sometimes.
I don't like when that
I mean,
happens.
if we all consent to it and like we plan it, like that
As
would
long
be
as
fun.
it's like a fun dream, like I don't want to have like
Yeah.
a work dream. That's what happens when
No.
the Oracle shows up. She just starts talking, and it's
You
like
know what? Yeah.
feels like work, and just
Does
dreams
feel
are
like
for
work.
relaxing.
All right. Either way, I suppose while maybe this is fruitless, we need to make sure we're checking on each other in the morning then.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Make sure we're still moving after she stabs us. Apparently.
Hey, I was fine. I just woke up with like a really bad headache, and I was a little bit sore.
Well,
No
I'm
harm,
glad for that.
No foul.
I just don't know how much worse it could get, or how much worse she's going to get. I don't even know what
Wait,
her
so-
aim is.
I wish I could tell you exactly what her problem is. She doesn't like me, to say the least of it. She hasn't as far as I've ever known.
She doing stuff in your world, like important work?
Her and my other sister travel in the abyss. They find people who have been either wrongfully sent there or don't deserve to be there and try to save them. That's
That
they
doesn't
dedicate their
sound
life
like a bad thing. It
No,
sounds like
it isn't. And I don't understand why both of them were influenced by one by an infernal being and one by a divine one, a celestial, when they were killed.
he's probably jealous of you.
I highly doubt it.
I don't know. Why else would she be acting that way?
I don't know, because
Admittedly, I don't know.
considering the work we're doing, trying to hurt and kill us would be very counterintuitive to the goal she's working towards.
Indeed, if we fail
Unless
here,
she's
everyone
just really selfish.
can't say for sure.
She's willing to damn the universe, I guess.
Hey, I mean, there's been some plays with some petty-ass people.
Fair.
If we fail here, the lives of everyone they've ever saved are forfeit. So I don't see what it would behoove her
Well,
to
not
get in our way.
necessarily. They're from a different world, right?
But they're affected.
But our world, my world, dies too if we fail here.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that stipulation.
Yeah.
I need to remember this shit. You know, now that
You
I'm
need a
trying to be an
notebook?
actual
We're-
hero.
We're creating a notebook.
I've missed you, Corey.
It's okay.
No,
You have not been here for a while, best friend Corey.
I know. I'm sorry, bud.
Leaf can probably update you.
All
Leaf's
right,
got a great memory.
I'm gonna try to reach out to Light this morning and see if I can't. I don't know.
Figure out what's going on, I guess.
Yeah, that.
Make amends. Or
I mean,
break
at
ties.
least if she's gonna show up in my dream again, can you tell her to like make it a fair fight? Cause like I tried to summon Fulmir and it didn't work, so she must have done something.
I don't know that.
You
Shadow
sleep
really
with your
cares for fair
sword,
fight.
though?
Yeah, he sleeps right next to my
Oh.
bed.
But, like, are you holding him?
I mean, he's right there. I could. And
Mm.
plus, I can summon him. Like, I don't need to be like, if I'm not holding him, I'd be like, just hold my hand out and be like, bam, there's a sword.
Yeah.
I wouldn't share a bed with you then, because that could be really, really bad.
I
if
wouldn't
you
let you in my bed anyway.
All right.
Rosalind.
Roz looks at a little cut on her side that she doesn't remember having the prior night.
And as you do, you hear a voice in your head. Alien Roz, it's me. Saris, I'm safe, but got grounded for 3 months. I got a new plan to talk. Rosalind, how many more words was... And it cuts off.
Roz just kind of sits there for a moment, like, oh.
You okay?
Saris reached out.
Oh.
Alien Roz. I don't know if you told everybody that or not.
Oh, right. So Corey, I managed to connect with my quarry spirit, but the one from
Yay!
yeah, but it's the one from here, and she's a little kid.
Okay.
She's a cute kid.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what
She
she
keeps.
That's
she
just
stole-
adorable.
Well, she stole their neighbor's sending stone to reach out to me, and got grounded for 3 months. Apparently,
Oh.
it does seem like you wouldn't be able to enforce that.
Hmm. She
So
seems
you shouldn't give a
lucky,
punishment
though.
that you don't think you can enforce.
Very plucky.
She is plucky. That is true.
Will you guys say something back to her?
Oh yeah, I do. Sorry, I forgot. I'm supposed to do that. Okay, hold up. Let me think.
Do you need me to count it for you? I'm very good at it.
Yeah, cut it off for me.
Hold on.
Um,
Hold up. Why can't I access notepad?
I can also count for you and let it know when it cuts off.
I was gonna have to count it ahead of time, but
good morning, Saris. I'm glad you're okay. I'm on the Menagerie Coast. I hope to come to Taldore someday. I hope we get to meet at some point.
Some is where it cut off.
Okay.
All right.
as you say that, Maeve's already counting in her head. She's like, "You got to write this down ahead of time. It cut off."
It's a little hard to
point.
do when you're responding to a sending, Maeve.
Oh.
Wait, how old is this
Oh, I
kid?
still get paper anyway. That's me.
100% certain. I'd guess between like.
So you
6
just
and
told
8.
some random kid you're gonna meet up with them? Wouldn't their parents be mad?
Oh yeah, I hope she doesn't tell her parents, cause yeah, they could like,
Roz
completely
genuinely.
misunderstand.
Roz actually genuinely looks confused, like, I don't see why. She's my Corey spirit. Why would that be a problem?
Well, do they
Uh,
know who you are,
So,
though?
mm,
This one
So if
believes
she's-
that Lady Rosalind would be able to groom her quarry spirit into a
okay,
fine
Lee,
person.
that's a little,
oh
that's
my
a
god,
little on
Lee,
the nose,
very,
but
that is very,
that's a little too much.
yeah.
Gonna have to say nope to that
No.
one. Um,
No.
well, but they don't know that connection because doesn't she have Rosalind in her head?
Yeah, that does add a level of complication.
If they're
to it.
anything like my parents, they're probably like, ooh, don't talk to anybody that's not your family.
I mean, I
Stranger
kinda am her
danger.
family.
But
Well,
what's
I
to
mean,
prove
they
that?
don't know that though.
That's true.
I mean,
Also,
I
you
mean-
are an alien.
I guess I could ask her what her mom's name is and then reach out to her mom.
That might be even weirder.
well,
Hey, I want to meet up with your little girl sometime in the future. You don't know me, but
Okay,
The
fair
sending
enough.
spell also requires a bit more familiarity than just a name.
that's true.
That's true.
That is
Thanks, God.
factual.
Well, to be fair,
That's-
Taldori is
that's
a
Zana
continent
talking.
away.
oh shit, Zana, you are so like your voice is so demanding and so commanding. Like you should be a narrator. You know, like those little magical scrolls, like the little, like the audio scrolls. You should do
Yeah,
those.
I have had some of those.
Yeah.
What does Zana react with to that? Because I want to know.
She doesn't. She just keeps eating.
Damn it.
Kieran,
Corey.
have you ever, or Corey, sorry, Corey.
Yep, that's my name. I don't know who Karen is.
No, neither do I. What the fuck?
So
Have you
strange.
ever like heard some of those more saucy audio scrolls?
My.
If I did,
Wouldn't she be good at it?
I lean in real close to Zana, and I'm like,
I have a shotgun, Corey.
All right,
And then I
let's
look
not-
over to Maeve and I say, "Hey, Maeve, could you like say something saucy to Zana and then see how she responds, and then maybe I'll have a better feel for it. Say
Zana-
something like,
Are you sitting next to Zana, Corey?
yeah,
All right. She stands up, hitting your plate as she does, spilling it to the floor. Whoops. I'm gonna go check on the
Alright.
horses, and she leaves.
Corey, let's maybe not connect. Also, I don't even know how that would make your
10
point.
gold.
What?
Breakfast is expensive.
It's breakfast. This is the fanciest breakfast that I've ever had, and she just knocked it to the ground.
Here
You
you
can have-
you
you
can
can
have
have
some of
mine.
mine. I don't eat that much breakfast. I
The,
just drink
the,
coffee
the bartender,
mostly.
noticing, goes, "It's on the house. The Ruby's paying for everything. I'll get you another one."
Thank you.
I point at Zana. She says, "You see how she bullies children? You see that? Yeah,
Corey.
keep walking, Zana.
Corey,
Yeah,
let's-
go to your
Corey, you're
horses."
gonna- Corey, she's gonna stab you in the alley.
You know what? She could do it. She could do it.
Yeah,
I'm
she
not even gonna
could.
try to lie.
She could kill any of us.
Perhaps Assassin Zana is not of the favorable disposition of sauce when it comes to pastas.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
it's like, I try, and sometimes she just, like, she doesn't give back sometimes. So, I don't know. I'll
I
talk
think
to her.
I think her like reacting is a positive thing. She could have said nothing and just left.
That is true.
I would have preferred that, though.
Oh.
You still have breakfast.
We're gonna be going backwards in that case. In any case, I knew you guys bring up saucy stories, because of what day today.
Wait, what day is
today?
it?
Oh,
It's not your birthday, is it? I'm so sorry. I didn't get you a present.
first of all, not sure how that relates to being saucy. A little concerned.
Something.
We don't know your customs.
One
You said
spanking
you
for every
followed
year
the
of age.
Moonweaver.
Roz, my goodness. I mean, some might do that, but yikes.
Might be a Bonneau tradition. Sorry.
Well, I mean, ask some people in the Pallet Grove, and they would probably do it.
Carrie.
No. Carrie would. Carrie would do anything.
Ew.
Fucking Carrie. Anyway, No. It's I hear that some people celebrate it here. We call it lovers' meet. It's
First meet.
MEET.
Yeah, I bet you love some of that, huh?
I know. Haha. Very funny. Trust me, you're not the first one to make that pun. Every hell that comes of age says the same thing. But yeah, it's not like super serious, but it's kind of one of those main, get together with somebody for a holiday. For us, it's often kind of what when you come of age, it's like, yay, get to finally ask someone out kind of thing. So it's just fun.
That's it.
Oh.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Well-
I thought it'd be like a little more saucy than just, hey, you want to go out?
I mean,
Well, they're pallet elves. When they get together, they definitely.
You know what? That's fair.
First of all, sure. Second off, you're looking for something like Heart Swap Day, so that's a different thing.
Wait, so how is that not like a casual, innocent kind of thing, but lovers meet is just we're gonna ask each other out.
Well, Heart Swap is when. Oh god. Okay. Heart Swap is two couples switching.
What?
A swinger holiday?
Whoa.
What the fuck?
What? Wait, what?
Yes, it's just.
Leaf, write this down. I need to learn everything about the pallet elves.
Understood.
I
Heart
feel
is a
I'm
type of
doing
meat that can be cooked.
education that is not helpful for the group. Listen, I understand that we do things differently in the Pallet Grove, so I'm trying to keep it slow. But yes, that's a different holiday. It's a different thing.
What is slow?
Huh?
Like, you guys, like, swapping is a holiday. How is that slow?
No, I'm saying I may be introducing these things too fast.
Oh.
Ah. Yeah, we don't have anything like
Mm.
that back home.
Mm-mm.
There's a few more, but we don't need to get into them.
Well,
Does that
Happy-
mean you're doing something with Kaylin? Is he coming?
I wish.
He's gonna be.
Maybe I'll.
I high five Roz.
When will you swap meat with Kaylin?
Oh my.
I high
Question
five
on
Leaf.
everyone's mind.
I think you are.
I didn't teach him that one. Do not look at me.
Holidays, Leaf. I think your wires got crossed.
Fucking,
this is-
Maeve. Fucking.
This is too saucy for the table right now.
Well, happy lovers meet, everyone.
Yes.
I'm gonna go try to talk to Light.
Yes, please do.
Offer her
Ross.
a meat swap.
Let's-
That's
yeah,
my.
I would
no.
not. I would not.
Nope. Roz is gonna excuse herself to go upstairs.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. We all look.
Wait,
So-
what?
You
yeah, we want to hear more about how you're gonna ask Kaylin out or whatever the
Oh,
hell.
I mean, he's very far away. I will certainly contact him, but if you're all looking for more saucy stories, can't do that. So.
Oh my god, are you gonna send him nudes?
All right. So as everyone continues to make fun of poor Maeve, Rosalind, you head upstairs to contact your sister.
Yeah, so she'll close the door behind her and lock it, and go stand kind of on the far end of the room. I gotta stop asking, Light, are you there? I know you are. We gotta talk.
There's no response for a moment. After a long moment passes, you hear her voice. Sorry, I... Yes, what is it?
I don't know how you arrange it or how you make it happen, but I have to talk to Shadow. No threats, no games. I have to talk to her.
That's going to be difficult.
She showed up in Hermia's dream last night and attacked her. This is not a joke anymore. This is not a game for anyone anymore.
I don't know where she is.
What do you mean you don't know where she is? You always know where she is.
We
That's kind of the thing,
separated
isn't it?
a day ago. She was following some fiends from the Court of Flesh. After she dispatched them, she told me that she needed time to herself and is somehow blocking our connection. I can still sense that she's alive and that she's fine, whatever that means for her, but I can't sense enough to locate her.
I thought she's blocking your connection. She can do that?
Apparently.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I do have something for you, though.
For me? Oh. What?
Sit down.
Roz goes and sits on the bed.
I have an idea that I want to try that can shift some of the power of that bond that I share with Shadow, since it's not being used, to you. And augment something that we tried last time. Just close your eyes and focus on my voice. And she begins to kind of lead you through some like meditative practices and stuff like that. And tells you to start focusing on things from home. And after 5 minutes of this, you start to recognize smells from your room. Sounds of the crackling fire near your bedside, feeling the fabric of your sheets. And when she tells you to open your eyes, you are sitting on your bed across from Evelyn. You look down at yourself and you see the body of not quite what you remember her looking like I think one time that you saw her. She has an Eladrin body, purple skin at the hands that fades to like a green, but you're able to look around, you're able to feel. And Evelyn says, "Is it working?"
Mom?
And she wraps her arms around you, and you can feel her hugging you.
Yeah, Rosalind hugs her really tightly.
She wasn't sure if this would work or not, but I think it did.
It worked.
She said she didn't know how much time we have or how often she can do this yet, but...
Yeah. Okay.
And you can already see she's starting to, like, hold back tears.
Yeah. Are you okay? Is everyone all right?
I'm fine. Everyone's fine. How are you? Just...
Yeah. Better than I've been. Mom, I don't have blood rot. And if I do, we can cure it here.
So
And
I've
I got
told.
I got my shoulder fixed.
How?
We found a adventurer here who is an incredible healer, and they were able to fix it.
She just smiles. And just hugs you again, and is just, like, squeezing as hard as she can.
I saw the ocean. It's not like in the books here. It's beautiful. It goes on further than you can imagine, and it's brilliant and blue, and the salt water smells incredible.
Well, there's probably still dangerous things in it, so
Yeah,
take care.
There was blood toads one time. That was bad.
Also, you can't swim.
No, actually, I've learned to swim. Actually,
Oh.
my friends taught me how to swim. My friend
Wow.
Hermia, she showed me how. Yeah.
Well, this new world of yours sounds like a dream.
I wish you could see it. I wish you all could see it. Amazing. How are the Fortuneers? The new Amethyst Fortuneers, are they well?
They're doing fine. The new girl that they found, obviously,
New girl? What new girl?
like, didn't know. Why would she tell you? An ASMR cleric, I think. Not like Orion. battle cleric, I suppose. She's fine. Obviously, she can't measure up to you, and Mira lets her know at every step. But
That sounds like Mira. Tell Mira to get her head out of her ass and lead. Tell her I said that.
I will.
Are you well? Are you still adventuring or
No.
no?
I've decided to take up a new venture.
That's wonderful.
Your orphanage is under new management.
No fucking way.
Yeah. I find it keeps my mind occupied much more than being a matriarch ever did.
She's gone. You don't have a matriarch anymore.
She nods.
I don't know what to say. I'm proud of you, Mom.
Thank you. So am I. The room starts to kind of flash a little bit, like your eyes. It's like you're starting to lose your vision, and you can tell that this is ending soon.
I think my time is running short.
Well, it won't be the last.
No. We're not gonna give up. We're gonna keep closing these portals. We're gonna save this world, I promise.
Stay safe, Rosalind.
You too.
And she
Love you, Mom.
squeezes you again as your vision goes dark and you are back in the Lavish Chateau once more. I don't know how often I can do that, but
Thank you.
the option is there now. I need to rest.
Rest up. Thank you, sister. I love you.
Those you downstairs, are you still teasing Maeve, or have you moved on to different conversation?
Corey still wants to, but listen.
Well,
I'm sorry.
with that, second chances, your did I just call you the new Fortuneers?
No, it's
you
just
all
second
the second
chances.
chances.
Oh, I did. Okay. Anyway, second chances. The day is yours. You have 3 days now before you have any work to do. And Nicodranas is yours to explore.
Is there a magic shop around?
You could certainly look for one. Would you like to ask around?
I would actually.
All right, so starting, right here in the Lavish Chateau, obviously, you ask the bartender, and he says that there is a place here in the Opal archways called All That Glitters and Shines that you could go to for any potential magic item needs. Sometimes he mentions that sailors and like those coming through the port will sometimes sell off random treasures that they find. They often claim that everything that they have is magical or powerful in some way, shape, or form. And while often it's not, occasionally you do find some hidden gems in some of the shops down by the docks.
Can I ask if the Eladrin city has appeared in the horizon recently?
He says that it has been several years since that's happened recently.
Oh fuck. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Maybe wanted to know if there was a Moonweaver temple or anything like that. I don't know if I already would know that or not.
He mentions that there isn't a Moonweaver temple specifically, or at least not one that he knows of. But obviously, the Moonweaver isn't banned here or anything. There are those who do worship her. He mentions maybe checking down by the docks. The lighthouse is actually a temple to Melora. For example, so there could be somewhere, but there's none that he knows of off the top of his head.
Leo, if you are going to the magic shop, can I ask for a favor and I will give you party gold for it?
Sending stone.
Yes.
How many?
I mean, if you can do one, that's enough. If you can do two, that'd be great. But one will be okay.
Maeve
I'll go
needs
with
her own
Leo.
cell phone.
I'll go to magic shop with Leo.
She can beat us a discount, hopefully.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, you can borrow the sending stone if you'd like. Good. Are you using it now?
Yeah, is that okay? I know everyone's gonna break off and stuff, so I just want to make a quick little call, and then yeah, we'll do whatever.
It's fine. Go ahead. I don't like that
Get
smile.
Gonna go up to my room really quick.
All right, Corey runs upstairs.
Suppose I might maybe check out the temple, but might also check around the city. Leaf, I mentioned you're gonna wait for Corey. Hermia, do you have any thoughts of where you wanted to go?
Not really.
Actually, I need to talk to Corey before I go too, so I'm gonna head back up.
We'll just wait for Corey then.
All right, Corey, up in your room, you have the sending stone. Who would you like to send a message to?
Sit crisscross applesauce on in the middle of the bed, and I think really, really hard, and I want to send. I want to use sending to send a message to cause.
Okay. What's your message?
Trying to calm myself, and then just like blurt out, almost crying. We're about to face the slavers, and I'm really scared. And they want to fight them, but I'm really scared, and I don't know what to do. Can you please help? That's probably way over the 25-word limit.
Okay. It takes a second, but you eventually hear his voice. Breathe. It seems your goddess is testing you, seeing if you're worthy. You can do this. Prove that bitch wrong. You're stronger than you think.
Kind of fiddle with the stone in my hands. Okay. And then Rouse comes up.
Yeah. So as you like go to open the door again, Roz is like just having had almost knocked. Can we talk before we go?
Yeah. What's up, Rouse?
She's got a little not a little box, but she's got a wooden box in her hand, and she kind of can I come in?
Well, is this a secret conversation?
Uh,
Are we gonna gossip? Come here.
okay.
Pull her
Yeah,
in.
we're gonna gossip, and she goes and sits on the bed. I want to say I'm sorry for what I said the night you left. It
Oh.
not for the words, but for the feeling behind them. I told you that it was your fault that I couldn't do magic anymore. And that was true, but not in a bad way. It was because of you that I realized that it's not glory that I'm after. It's not what matters to me. Because of you, I realized that what I care about is being able to protect my friends. And I took a new oath to that effect. And I'm really sorry if I made you feel like I promised I'd always have your back, and I didn't that night. And I'm sorry.
Aw. Thanks for saying that. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for that emotionally. I thought you were gonna tell me more shit about Zana and Maeve, but
Yeah.
it's fine. Another conversation. Another conversation. No, I really appreciate that.
Well, listen, I didn't get a chance to give you yours. I gave everyone else theirs, but you weren't with us at the time. She kind of brings up the box. I think I'm not a changeling, and I'll never be one, and will never truly understand what it is to be a changeling and to go through what you do. But I do know what it is to not be comfortable in your own skin. I was born in a boy's body, and while my Aunt Drea helped me fix some of that, you know, I think it takes a lot of courage to be honest about who you are. And the night that you told us all who you were, I really admired that. And she opens up the box, and inside there is a pauldron, just like her wolf's head pauldron, but it is in the form of a chameleon. And she brings it out and hands it to you. This is for you.
I think Corey has tears in their eyes, and they're gonna change. They're gonna shrink a little bit and become their changeling self. And you'd see a difference, Roz, that like before, I would have the hood up and I'd be like bald and like almost very malnourished kind of looking. I look healthier and I have messy curly hair, white hair, top of my head.
She attaches the pauldron on your shoulder.
This is really nice, Roz. And I give her a hug.
She hugs you back. My Aunt Sin gave me mine, and it's always meant a lot to me.
She sounds really cool.
She is, and she punches very hard. And they'll come downstairs after a little while.
All right. Zana has also returned, and maybe it's because you have low passive perception, or maybe it's because you're just thinking about it now since you gave one to Corey, but you do notice that Zana's lioness pauldron is on her hip and kind of serves as a makeshift part of the holster for one of her pistols.
Thought I had mentioned this, but I obviously hadn't. The pauldron that Maeve normally wears had been replaced by that some time ago.
Nice. So, Corey, Leaf has one that's the symbol of Melora. Maeve has one that's a dragon. Leo has one that's a phoenix. Hermia has a butterfly, and Zana has a lioness.
Back in my fawn form, as we're downstairs, I'm like, oh my god, we should get uniforms. Like, make it official, you know? Like, color coordinate, and like, we should like hire someone to like draft us a logo or something, you know, like really make it easy to brand us, you know, for like other missions and stuff. Like, once we save the world, we'll be so popular. But yeah.
Okay. Well,
I don't know about a uniform, but I don't hate the idea of a logo.
logo or symbol.
A symbol of some kind, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
hate that.
How
yeah.
about you design that, Corey?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Are any of us good artists?
No.
Not me.
I can draw stick figures, kinda.
The bartender raises his hand and goes, I know someone down at the docks goes by the name of Icicle Frost that I could maybe recommend you to.
That sounds like a plan.
Oh,
Well, I was gonna
how
be...
much do they cost?
You would have to take that up with them.
What time is it right now?
It's early in the morning. It's probably like 9-ish.
So, well, hold on. If we go to the docks, we're gonna be in time for the show at noon.
You could make sure that you're back in time for the show, yeah.
Okay. Leaf will say, this one will go to the docks to find this legendary artist, Icicle Dark Frost.
I will put you in contact with him. You don't have to worry about that. But there is many more sites in the city that you could check out. There's under the docks, there's both the Restless Wharf and the Open Quay. I mentioned the lighthouse is a must-see if you've never been here to Nicodranas before.
Wow.
Come with you, Leaf. Because, you know, maybe if we run into this person, I could see if they want, like, maybe we could trade for, like, free promo instead of, like, gold. Like, I think, you know, we could just say, hey,
Corey, let
Yeah.
me assure you, we have the gold.
And we pay our
Well, I
artists. We're very
don't.
big on that.
Yes.
This
will
one
be,
has an idea.
saying, like, we
I-
just tell them, hey, this art was done by blah, 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 blah.
I will
and then
be
people will go,
I will be probably heading to the lighthouse, possibly, if anybody wants to come with me. That's near the docks. Can be there. It's okay. Let's pay the artist.
I mean,
I'm not sure if it's smart for me to be wandering around, you know?
Well, just stay with us, and I don't think anyone's gonna think anything of it. What are you afraid will happen?
Someone's gonna take me?
Oh, I won't let that happen.
Just
oh my god, twins, Hermia.
Yeah, but I can't, like, disguise myself very good.
Yeah.
Maeve will swing an arm through hers and go, just pretend you're my Maline for the day. And no one's gonna
What?
ask me. It's the term that we use for the lovers meet the person that you're
Oh.
being with. Yeah.
Oh my god, Maeve, you're so scandalous. I'm gonna tell Kaylin.
Go ahead. He'll be
Maeve is
thrilled.
doing a meat swap with Hermia.
Let's not call it
Oh,
that.
I don't have any meat.
What the
Shit.
fuck does that mean?
It's fine!
All right,
Anyway.
so everyone heads out of the Lavish Chateau to explore the city.
Do you accept that, Hermia? If you would.
You would.
All right.
So Maeve, Hermia are heading to the lighthouse. Anybody else going to the lighthouse?
I think they're going towards the docks, so we're going to be
The
going
docks. Okay, that's fine. Well, I'm just trying to
And I
figure out
know-
where everyone specifically
and
wants
Roz
to
and
go.
Leah, we're going to go to the magic shop if you're
Roz
still
and Leah are
doing
going to
that.
the magic
I
shop.
don't know where Zana's going. Where does Zana want to go?
I don't know either.
Leaf is going to go to the artist gallery.
There's no artist gallery. All he said was, "I know
Artist alley.
someone."
Corey's going with Leaf.
All right, cool. Corey and Leaf are just heading out. All right, let's start with Rosalind and Leo then.
Always dangerous.
Since the magic shop is closest, it's here in the Opal Archway as well. Let's get our Opal Archway music going here really quick.
Leo, Roz is in a fucking great mood today.
Really?
Why are you so happy today?
Got to talk to my mom. Feeling good.
Dope. Let's see if we can get Zana a new gun.
One that doesn't break constantly. That'd be nice.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, Zana's not with you guys, obviously. So, looking for the shop, All That Glitters and Shines, you find it. It is modestly sized, even for the Opal Archways. Walking in, the showroom is small and is lined with glass display cases that present some magic items. And you see behind the desk there a Loxodon. Small, even for a Loxodon, coming in probably just under Roz's size in height. Pale gray skin with speckles of silver and gold. Her tusks are gold and only extend out about 6 inches. Their ears are tucked back and kind of wrapped around their hair in sort of a long pseudo ponytail. Trunk is adorned with golden hoops and silver studs, and they have on a long, elegant red dress with scenes of sort of blue and yellow wildflowers. And as you enter in, they look and go, "Welcome, dearies, to All That Glitters and Shines. My name is Greta Glittershine. What is it that I can help you find today?"
First off, do you guys have sending stones?
Oh, sweetie. Sweetie, we have everything your heart desires here. I know it doesn't look like much. It's a small place, but that's because rent is cheaper. I assure you we have much, much more in the back in a nice, wide pocket dimension that only I have access to, so don't think about trying to steal anything. So whatever it is that you think you need, you let me know, and I'm sure that I can accommodate. Sending stones? Absolutely. And they pick up a book and start to flip through it. It seems we have 2 more in stock. How many were you looking for?
Preferably more than that, but we'll take the 2.
Well, I don't know when we'll be getting more in, but at least we can fulfill that for you. Sending stones are 500 gold apiece.
That's fine.
Done.
Done.
You watch as they're behind them. There is a like a curtain that they spread open, and there is just a single shelf there with multiple shelves there with just bags all over them. And they pick up one of the bags and reach their entire arm into it, and then pull out 2 sending stones. Puts the bag back, sets the sending stones on the counter. Is there anything else that you happen to be in the market for?
Specifically for me, do you guys dabble in magic that I think it's called like Dimension Door? Like a ring that does that, maybe?
I think that we might have a cloak that will do that for you. Give me just a moment here. Let me take a quick look and how rare a Dimension Door cloak would be. That's 4th level conjuration magic. So putting that into an item is, of course, not on the page that I'm looking at. Let's put it at 2,000 gold. And I can get you a cloak that allows you to Dimension Door once a day.
That's all I need for me. How about you, Rosalind? What do you need to pick up? It's on the group. Nice show the coin purse.
I don't know. You don't have any religious relics hanging around, do you?
Religious relics.
I don't know.
We
she shows
have
a shield with the symbol of Evandra. I don't know. I'm paladin of her.
Sure, we have an assortment of various holy symbols, if that's what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. My shield's my holy symbol. She bangs on it once.
All right. I would love to be of service to you, but I'm going to need a bit more guidance than just religious items of the Changebringer.
Fair enough. Anything to make someone a little bit more hardy?
Cloaks or rings of protection, aplenty.
She shakes her head. No, that's okay. Does
Oh, you know what? Hold on. 1 second. Now, it's not religious in nature, but she opens up another bag, pulls out the cloak, sets the cloak on the table, grabs another bag, pulls it out, and brings out these...
If it's a beat to shit cloak of billowing, I'm going to be mad, Robbie.
No. They're these really bulky-looking bracers, but as they set them down, they kind of clank and clatter around and seem to be much lighter. These bracers of adamantine will help be a little bit hardy. They're not technically magic, a magic item, but they still function and will help you to withstand even the most devastating of strikes.
Yes, please.
All right. I need to check really
Having
quick.
recently had my ribs broken by a hill giant club.
And
that sounds great.
See what rarity those are. The price of those is going to be 4,000 gold.
Well, that's my portion. Okay, so we've got Leaf, Kieran, Hermia, Maeve, and Zana. What do you think they would all need?
Well, let's just think of Zana and maybe get her a gun. Do you guys have magical guns?
I'm sorry, firearms?
Yes. Things that go pew pew.
No, those are a bit more difficult to come by. God damn it. Someone vandalized my map of Wildemount again. And as you all turn and look around, You see a large map of Wildemount that has graffiti over it. So
Oh
they walk up to it and cast a quick prestidigitation spell and clean it up. If I ever find out what little rascal keeps coming in and doing that, I'm going to turn them into porridge. Anyway, sorry, no, we don't have any guns, let alone magical ones.
I think we should be good with your guys' boyfriend rocks and this cloak for me, because this was bought for me.
Well, then we could always send the others back with the rest of the purse to find stuff if they need. No reason to shop for them. No one likes getting a present.
Very
I like
true.
getting
What are you
presents.
talking about?
Well,
Not a thing.
better that you get to go pick out your own thing.
I was going
Okay.
to say, I'm
Try
not
to
sure
guess
where
for
you're
you.
from, darling, but around here everyone loves presents.
That's true.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
LN. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what LN stands for on these bracers.
Levix Noriaxis.
Ah. Did not know Levix's last name. Makes sense.
Wow.
So those are on there, huh? Oh, wow. Interesting.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
So how much was that?
That is a total of 7,000 gold.
Okay. I already did the sending stone one, so
So
6,000.
6,000.
All right, cool.
All right, Leo, I'm not sure if the Cloak of Dimension Door is called that or not, but I'm pretty sure there is a cloak that allows you to cast Dimension Door, so we will make sure to find it for you.
I'll say if there's not,
Okay.
I'll make a cloak of dimension door.
Hey, Robbie, can I ask you a quick question about the party loot?
Yes.
One of the things you gave us was just literally various gems,
Mm-hmm.
totaling of whatever. Can I just make them into gold pieces, or no?
Yeah, that's fine. We'll say that while you're here in Nicodranas, you find a fence or someone willing to buy them and sell them for... Tell you what, roll a persuasion check for me. You can channel
We
someone
could
if
have
you'd like
buried
to.
the gems under the
That
fence.
would probably be Roz, right?
Oh, yeah. That'd probably be me.
You're at the magic shop.
15.
Okay, yeah, you get even price for them. So whatever the
Even
full
price.
amount is what you get.
Yep. Perfect. I'll add it in. Thank you. I just
Yep.
the other ones I don't mind because we might need them for spell things, but that was just various gems for like 2,000 gold. And I was like,
Yeah,
come
that's
on.
fine. That's fine.
All right, adding it in.
So it was bugging you.
It was super bugging me.
I'm gonna
Guys,
take all of our gems now and just put them as miscellaneous ones and add up the total.
Don't you dare. We know those diamonds, damn it. I added all the platinum pieces. You're welcome, by the way, y'all. All right, I'm
Weird.
done. I'm not there.
I
All
have to
right.
fix these bracers of adamantine. They're giving me the +1 bonus to saving throws, despite the fact that I have armor on. I'll have to fix them.
Well, remember, I think that the +1 to AC is only if you're not wearing armor.
Oh, it isn't giving me the AC. Is it supposed to give me the saves? The saving throw bonuses?
I would have to double... Well, here, actually, I just had it open. Hold on.
Yeah. Because right now, it's not giving me the AC, but it is giving me the saving throws bonus.
Wearing
for-
these bracers, you can use your reaction, turn a critical hit against you into a normal hit. This feature recharges on a short rest. Additionally, if you're not wearing armor, then your AC and all saving throws increases by 1. So no, if you're wearing armor, you only get the crit thing.
Okay, so I gotta fix that then.
Yep.
All right, I'll fix it next time I'm looking at it.
All right. So
All right.
with that, we'll pop over to Corian Leaf. You were going down to the docks as well, correct?
Yeah, I guess. Well, they said the bar guy said that not to find them at the docks, so he listed off a bunch of other places we could check.
Well, he mentioned the docks, and as we'll say that the four of you are kind of walking in the same direction, you learn that the docks are actually separated into 2 different docks. Here, hold on. Let's change some music up here real quick. So the docks on the eastern and the western sides of the city form their own unique districts. As most cities in the coast are port towns, it's no surprise that much of the city's identity is closely tied to the business conducted there. The Restless Wharf dominates the eastern side of Nicodranas, and the Open Quay the western side. As you look over the salt-scented scenes, you see, even from this distance, in the crystal-clear, green-blue tinted waters, long, silt-covered echoes of ships that have sunk in the harbor. They serve as a chilling reflection to the droves of ships that currently dot the harbor, with many of them currently anchored at the docks. So heading down towards the docks from the Lavish Chateau and the Opal Archways would bring you to the Restless Wharf first, as it is the bigger of the two districts. Hold on.
What's the
looking for my
people
notes.
situation look like?
Yep. So once you get there, the Restless Wharfs is a busy dockyard with workers running to and fro with intense looks of purpose on their brow. At first glance, you can see that whoever runs this dock does so with tight authority, as the main walkways are flowing quick and precise with little interruption. But the sides of the streets are filled with elements of cheap entertainment, such as various musical buskers, tables for quick card tricks and scams that are masked as games of chance. There are warehouses and small huts, buildings, fishmongers. You see cranes for loading and unloading that vary in height from 10 to 30 feet tall that are made of wood, cord, and rope. And finally, there are 3 large buildings in the center where all the buzzing seems to be flowing in and out of. You are right, Omega. It is. Sorry, the open key.
No, I'm going to call it the Quay.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Quay. Okay. So, is it?
And from here, you can see the lighthouse as well, which is like the furthest point out in the middle of the docks as a whole.
So we'll be heading to. But I know you're there. I'll just let them know.
Is there like, is this like docks? Like, is it like bustling with people and like
yes,
street vendors and stuff?
Yep. Where you currently are as you're entering, it's still sort of like cobblestoned. So you're not quite like walking on like wooden docks yet, but it's about half and half that you can see from here, where eventually it does open up onto docks that are stretching out, and there's like a big sort of boardwalk across the shore here, before each of the docks themselves, where all the different ships are harbored, stretches out hundreds of yards.
Okay. Well, then I would like to begin just like going through like all the stalls and stuff, and just looking for art and or artists.
Okay. Yeah, as you're doing this, there's probably as far as you see, as far as like art goes, there's a gnome who's selling drawings of some sort. Seems to be doing a few of them, kind of like, not of people or anything. They all seem to be of like landscapes and such. Some of them are framed. Some of them are just kind of like, hanging there. But that's the first one that you come across, if you wanted to stop and talk to them at all.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to them and stare at the pictures for a very long time, downloading their information.
And most of them are seascapes or ships and stuff like that. And the little gnome turns around, hands and face is just covered in charcoal, looks up and he goes, "Hi! Ah, you're one of those aromatons. Welcome to my shop. My name is Olo the Nomo. What can I do for you?"
Greetings, Olo the Nomo. This is, this one is called Leaf.
Would you like me to do a little rendition of you and your friend here? And points to Corey.
Yes, of course. Also, are you the creator of all of these works of art?
I am. I work exclusively with charcoal, as it's very cheap and you can make it yourself. And he sets up on an easel like a piece of paper and kind of walks up and takes Corey by the hand, and kind of walks him closer to you, so you're like standing next to one another. Do you want to do like a pose or anything like that?
Always. And Leaf is going to kind of position itself mostly straight upright, and then take its hand at a diagonal position, and then its other hand kind of curls, and it's going to put its head into.
Are you
the
dabbing?
Elbow.
Are you dabbing? Is Leaf
Is that
dabbing?
what it's called in this world?
I'm asking Chris. Is Leaf dabbing?
Oh yes, of course.
Okay, great. Corey?
Yes.
You're muted, but I assume you want to just dab the other way.
Yes. Dabbing the other way.
Okay. And Olo the Nomo begins to do a charcoal sketch of Corey the Fawn and Leaf the Automaton dabbing in the Restless Wharf with ships dotted in the background behind you.
As he's drawing and stuff, I'll be like, so we're also looking for we're right now in the works of making a logo or a brand for our party, and we were wondering if you were interested in sort of a trade. So you would design this for us, and then we would just promote you and tell people where to find you and stuff, and that way you're sort of getting kind of free marketing off of us just for one design.
That sounds like an exposure. Yeah, no, that's a great deal. It's a currency that's constantly being peddled around here, but it doesn't pay the rent or put food in my stomach. So no. Were you planning on paying me for this one in exposure?
And I look at
Apologies. There was no prior contract set up. Did
Oh
you
my
require?
God.
It's normally customary to at least pay a silver or tip however much you'd like for the piece. Otherwise, I'll just keep it and sell it at some point.
You would sell a picture of us like that? See, then you'd be doing us a favor.
Yeah, there are some weirdos out there that like
you're
weird
paying
stuff
us
like
in
this.
exposure.
Great.
That's still.
Okay, well, it's done, and he turns and shows it, and it's pretty good. So if you want, it's going to cost you at least a silver. It's a nice, it's a nice.
That's it? Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to just put a single gold.
All right, yeah, that's great. They're perfect. See? All right, here you go. That's all yours.
That is known as a tip.
So in doing this, does that kind of sweeten the deal for
If you give me a gold, I will make a insignia for you, I guess.
How much would it be for roughly 5 different sketches of pre-drawings?
Yes, because we have to take it back to our friends and make
What is this for? What's the insignia for?
So we're a group of heroes, and I give our elevator pitch of what we do and how awesome we are.
Okay, the second chances,
don't wear it out.
No, I've heard of you. You're the group that helped up with the giant thing at the Wuyun Gates a few days ago, right? People have been talking about you all over town. I'll tell you what, I can get 5 ideas together for you for 30 gold. Should be nothing for a group of heroes like you, right?
Yeah.
30 gold would also be inclusive of the final product, of course.
Nope, just for the sketches.
We can afford it. Oh my God, we can afford it.
I don't know that.
Best
I don't know that.
Best friend Corey.
Oh,
Maeve,
when did you know me?
unless you and Hermia kept walking, you can be
No,
with
we
them right
can't.
now.
I mean, well, yeah, I was gonna offer to help with payment. I did say that. So
Okay, fair enough.
If they
Then
don't
yeah,
mind pausing.
you're there for this.
Cool. I will take Corey at this point and go, we can afford it.
This one believes that in order to find the best price, we should commission other artists as well.
She just looks at all of you.
Corey and
Okay.
Leaf, you both get an inspo from Valkyria.
Hooray!
Thank you.
How about we look for the artist you prefer and we pay them? So how about you go artist shopping? When we come back from the lighthouse, you tell me who you like, and we'll figure out the payment. We're gonna pay our artists.
Well, how good was the drawing, Robbie?
It's pretty
was
good.
It actually,
Yeah.
really good.
Pretty good. Very detailed for charcoal as well.
And we got that drawing, right?
You did, yes.
Okay.
All right,
Does
so
Olo have a signature on the bottom right of the picture?
Oh
He
my
does.
God.
Can you describe it?
yeah, it
Does it
says
look
oh,
cool,
it says
or is
oh,
it just like
oh,
words?
Olo the Nomo.
Okay, so it's just words. It's kind of boring.
Sure.
Oh my
You're
God.
gonna steal his signature.
I swear to the goddess above me.
You're terrible.
Yeah, so I guess unless there was anything else that Corey wanted to do, Leaf is just going to go up and down and have look at all of the art very intensely, and also see what how good the artists are and prices for
there's not
commission.
tons of them here, and the majority of what you find are kind of like either you find a few like character drawings, like doing like the exaggerated caricatures of people. You find I think we'll say 2 painters who do like landscapes. There's again lots of like boats in the ocean and stuff like that. So you're able to, if you would like to, commission any of them to try and draw some logos for you.
You know what? Yeah, I will have them, all of them, whip up concepts of drawings. How much per? Or
Great.
just give me a total.
We'll say that total this costs you 10 gold.
10. Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Olo was way more.
That's because Olo knew that you were heroes and you have money.
Oh, I'm gonna go to him
Olo
as
ain't
well.
dumb.
I'm gonna go to him as well and get commissions from him as well.
He's still charging you 30.
Yeah, I know. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. So
So,
40
do you-
total.
Yep.
Do you need me to give you the
Wait,
40?
No, I got money for
It's
this.
money. See, this is where I'm lost. Like, I knew we had some money, but like, this is like a lot of money.
Look at the party loot. I keep it updated.
This one is
It's literally day 2.
Leaf is going to loudly announce that this one has a total of 570 gold remaining, as well as
I'm
many
walking away.
gems worth well over 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll say
We're
at
not gonna
some
talk
point, Corey, Maeve just opens like the bag and you look in, and there's like probably over 20,000 gold in there.
My eyebrows are singed.
Yeah,
from
just a
the
little bit. I
glow of the
open it
gold.
and I put it back because I've learned my lesson.
How much does
Also, Leaf, do not talk
21,000
about
gold weigh?
Listen, I forgot to say we need to get a bag of holding. That's going to be next on the list.
I mean, a bag of holding only holds up to 500 pounds.
No, bag of holding holds as much as I want it to hold, as long as you're not trying to fit a city in there.
I mean, that is the actual answer.
I forgot to say we need a bag of holding. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry, but that is going to be next on the list.
We'll say you got a bag of holding for 2,000 gold when you were at all that glitters and shines.
Perfect.
You
I pull down
appreciate
Leaf.
you.
I pull down Leaf to me. I'm like, bud, so we have a lot of catching up to do, but I would prefer if we stay a little bit on the DL while we're kind of walking around here. So maybe don't announce how much money we have.
Oh,
because
you know
I don't
what?
even know we have that much money.
21,000 gold isn't as much as I thought. That's 46 pounds.
That's not so bad.
It's not so bad. Still, we have
That is heavier than my 5-year-old child.
Look, I'm not saying that it isn't heavy to carry that around. It's just not as heavy as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
No, specifically, I'm yelling at Callie because carrying my child around after about 10 minutes is really hard.
Okay,
It
but
is
you're
hard.
I
also...
get that, but you're also you and not Rosalind.
yeah, I was gonna say, how much do you exercise? Do you even lift, bro?
Yeah, my child, often.
All
Also-
right. At this point, it has taken Hermia to the lighthouse. I don't know where Zana is, but she's welcome to come if she wants or stick around.
Zana's with you and Hermia. She also, at one point, we'll say while all this is going on, Zana turns to you, Hermia, and goes, "Come here." And she kind of turns you towards her, kind of takes you off away. She's not like out in the streets or whatever. Pulls your cloak down and then ties your hair in a ponytail behind you, and then pulls your hood back up and like pulls it down, pulls it like together up in the front, and is like, if you don't want people to see you, hide as much of yourself as you can and just try to blend in.
Okay.
And throughout the day here, she's going to give you lessons in stealth.
Cool.
Are you trained in stealth, Hermia?
Let me check. I don't think so, but nope. Not
Okay.
trained.
All right. So the three of you head to the Mother's Lighthouse.
Yep. Do I make I got two hands joke or do I not?
What?
It's
Two
not
hands for what?
Don't worry.
So now that you're on the docks, you can make out more of the detail of the lighthouse as you're walking towards it. It stands at the center, marking the transition from the Restless Wharf into the open quay. The tower sits on a large piece of rock that juts out from where the docks end and the stones continue before breaking off into sort of a shelf into the ocean below. The design of this tower is built beautifully and naturally into the land here, and you couldn't see it from where you had entered the city. But now, with her back to the tower and Nicodranas, looking out over the sea, you see a 20, 30-foot tall statue of a woman from the waist up as if emerging from the stone of the tower. It's a stunning sculpture with wild and tangled hair that curls around her shoulders and merges with the stonework and the vines and the growth. It's difficult to see and imagine now, or to see now, but you can imagine that when the light rotates inside, her eyes flare up and cast a brilliant gaze out over the night sky. This is probably one of the most beautiful sights that you've seen to date since leaving the Pallid Grove.
She's just maybe just kind of looks stunned at the design. Wow.
As you
Impressive.
approach, you see a young woman a few yards outside the entrance to the lighthouse, kneeling down next to a gravestone. She has long red hair pulled back into a ponytail and hears you coming and turns to look at you. You see eyes the color of honey. Medium height, average build, but still pretty young. She has a billowing green dress, and as you approach, she stands up. You can also see on the gravestone, it says Gladys, returned to the Wild Mother's embrace, inscribed upon it, and she's placing some flowers there. She turns to you. Welcome, travelers. My name is Morena Redlark. I keep the lighthouse here. Was there something I could help you with?
Oh, well, we're new in the city. We were just wanted to look around and know more about it.
Well, you've come to, in my humble opinion, one of the best sights in a already beautiful city here. Do either of you follow Melora?
I do not. Unfortunately, one of our comrades does, but he's not here right now. I'm a follower of the Moonweaver.
Ah, I see. Well, there is quite a bit, I think, that the Moonweaver and Melora both have in common. So despite there not, unfortunately, being many temples to the Moonweaver here in Nicodranas, she turns and kind of just gestures out to the sea. If you were to come back here after dark when the moon's out, this is as good a place as any to pay tribute.
Oh. Wasn't the full moon supposed to be coming out soon?
Soon? It is, yes.
That's right. Well, I'll need to make sure I come back here then. Who? If anyone else wants to pop up with questions, I'll for me if you had something you wanted to say, but maybe just going to ask questions about the lighthouse.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Who built the statue?
It's actually been here for as long as I've known. Gladys, the one before me who kept the lighthouse, wasn't what you would call a people person. And I don't know that she knew either, or at least she never told me, but I also, perhaps, a bit rudely now, never asked. That's a good question to know. But it's been here for as long as I'm aware, and for as long as the city's been here.
Amazing for that long, it hasn't been totally weathered down.
The Mother's Lighthouse, they call it, and it's marked by the Wild Mother, so that, I think, goes a little bit farther in helping keep it. Plus, myself, I'm in charge of keeping it up, and Gladys before me as well. So occasionally we do have to bring in some masons to help patch it up here and there.
look at the gravestone. Does it have a year on it?
It does not.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry for your loss for Gladys.
Oh, it's fine. She was very old and led a good life. Some may not have thought so, given how she acted, but she did. And now she's back with the Wild Mother, so all good things, right?
I'm going to do a quick insight check, even though I don't have a specific question, just based on that.
Sure.
Insight, let me see. 15. Does she seem like she's more sad about the death than she's letting on in this conversation?
It's
Like,
it's
maybe
it's definitely like a bittersweet sort of thing, you know. She believes the words that, you know, she's probably found a better place, but you know, there's also sadness as well because she's lost someone as a result.
Sorry, I've been told you guys haven't been able to hear me.
I think they can, but the stream can't at all.
Great.
Oh.
That sucks. I don't understand. Sorry, we'll talk later. I put it the position you told me to
Yeah,
before.
you're
so
completely fine now. You're good now.
Okay. I know you're going to hear a lot of pops. It's the only problem. Okay. Sorry, that threw me off. Is the lighthouse something we can go into, or is it just look from afar?
Yes, if you'd like a quick tour, I would love to show you. It's something that the people of Nicodranas are still getting used to. As I said, Gladys was... let's say every rose has its thorns, and Gladys had a lot of them, so it wasn't often that she let people inside. But please, and she leads you up towards the lighthouse, and stepping in, it's like you would expect. On the side, there's kind of like a small sort of cottage connected to it. And then on the lighthouse itself, there's a door, and she takes you through the door directly into the lighthouse. And when you get inside, the inside isn't probably anything like what you were expecting. The walls are covered in flowers and flora and vines. There's very little of the lighthouse stonework itself that you can see, as it's just covered from the bottom all the way to the top. Where there are windows and light is reflecting through, you can see brighter flowers have grown, and you can tell the way that the light shifts through the window as the sun moves across the sky, because the path of those flowers is sort of across the wall. Would you like to come to the top?
If Hermie and Zana are willing to.
Hermia shrugs. Guess.
Yep,
All
Zana's
right.
following as well.
Okay,
So heading
to the
up
top.
the stairs, you notice that the flowers in the flora kind of give way now that you're in a dark area that probably doesn't get a lot of sunlight. Slowly starts to give away into a different kind of vegetation, and there are mushrooms and fungus that are glowing down here as well, and it's just as beautiful. And just this entire inside of this lighthouse is just like one amazing display of flora, like a greenhouse in a way that you never expected to see. But she takes you up to the top, and up there, same thing, where the light is covered in plants, but up here they all seem to be in smaller sort of potted separately, whereas everything else sort of growing naturally inside. And as you all come up, begin to look out over the city, she actually offers each of you, she takes out this tray, and you can see there's a bunch of different seeds in it. So we don't get many people coming up here, but it is customary, if you'd like, to plant a seed here in one of the pots as a token of appreciation to the Wild Mother, or I'm sure she wouldn't mind if you wanted to do one in honor of the Moonweaver as well.
Absolutely. We'll have to get Leaf in here sometime so that he can take part in this process. But she will take a seat graciously and see if anyone
I'll
else
take a
does.
seat too.
Zana does as well. And you're able to find various vacant pots throughout the area up here and kind of put it in there and give them a little water thing to kind of water over them as well. You should come back in a few days. Occasionally, it doesn't happen often, but when the Wild Mother smiles upon an offering, it tends to grow a bit faster than normal.
Oh. Very well. We'll see if we, and we will be in town for a little bit, so hopefully we can, and like I said, hopefully we can get one of our other compatriots up here. But I'll be here later tonight.
I'm sorry, I don't think I caught any of your names.
Oh, I'm Maeve.
I'm Hermes.
Zana just gives like a Zana. Well, it's a pleasure to meet all of you. You're welcome here anytime. I don't get many visitors, but please spread the word.
Of course. Well, thank you for taking your time with us today.
And she walks you back down. And don't forget, if you want to give some words to the Moonweaver and you haven't been here during the night, it really is a sight to see.
I'll make sure to come back, and whoever else wants to join.
Okay.
All right. Ladies, Hermes, shall we go see the Ruby performance?
Sure.
I was going to say, by about this time, it is getting near noon. Whoops. So, probably easy enough to find Corey and Leaf on your way back as well, harassing some more artists.
Get over here. She didn't say it like that. Come on.
Get over here.
She didn't say it like that.
Maeve's an impressionist now.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely what I'm good at. Are you all ready to see the performance? Oh, I
think
can't
you might
quite
be.
hear you.
Are you muted?
Yes.
Hello?
Ooh.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Yep.
Hi.
Yay! I have a stack of papers in my hand, just collecting wherever Leaf is going from all these artists, and I say, "Oh my goodness, Maeve, we've been so productive. I can't wait to show everyone. Leaf has been so great at taking the charge in this. I'm really excited.
That's great. Leaf,
I
you
already
should...
have my top 10.
All right. I like it. Leaf, you should definitely visit the lighthouse when you get a chance. I think you would like it.
Understood.
All right.
All right. Let's go back.
So all of you join back up at the Lavish Chateau with Rosalind and Leo, who have made their way back there as well.
When you get back, Roz is showing Leo a dagger that she's been working on restoring for the last half month. But yeah, she's finally got it done. Leo, the dagger that Triv gave her.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. It was a pain, but well, it's a very nice dagger actually. Under all the rust and decay.
Is it magical like your other dagger that you had?
It is not. It is a it stabs like my other dagger did. That's nice. But it's not really about what it does. It's about the memory that comes with it. And
True.
I just couldn't let it rot away like that. Hi everyone.
Hey. Once we get inside, I'll turn to Hermia. Are you comfortable letting your hood down here?
I think I'll keep it up.
Okay.
Hermia.
So you got 2 more boyfriend stones. Who needs them?
Wait.
Roz already has one of them.
Okay.
Fine.
May I have one? No, am I not allowed to have one?
You can have one.
I'll hand the other one to Maeve.
Okay. The other will
Here,
be...
you already have one of them. You used it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the
I
group
get to
one.
keep it?
It's
Nice.
the group one. Well, it's all
Nice.
kind of the group one. It's just that Roz wanted her own, so Maeve went, well, I got people. So, there's even some people I haven't reached out to.
I'll
that
share
wanted
it.
to-
I won't use it all the time, but it's kind of cool.
It's fine. We have 3 sending stones. Roz is taking one. Maeve is half taking another, and we have a third one.
Ooh, who you calling?
Who's that?
Roz? Oh, she glances over. You're going to be disappointed.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know, Roz. Well, whatever.
Hermia, make a stealth check for me.
Why?
Make a stealth
Because
check.
you're trying not to be seen.
I asked
I'm
you
not
to.
But
trying to be seen. I'm just trying to. What if I just put my hood up?
I just
Just
didn't know if you
make
still
a
felt like you
stealth
had
check
to
for
in
me,
the-
please.
In the Lavish Chateau, that's all.
Seems
I guess I could reach out to that one guard from Tile that stood me up that one time, but I
I
can't
think
remember
you
the.
should.
I can't remember their name.
we can stand them up too.
All right, hold on for a second, please.
Lizette?
Hold on. What'd you get, Hermia?
I got a 12.
Okay, that is not a success, but when I basically want you to start counting successes when I ask you to do it, and let me know when you get 3 of them, okay?
Do I
Okay.
notice this, DM?
Sorry, do you notice what?
Like Hermia being like,
She's not trying to be stealthy now. That was just to see how well Zana's lessons while they were out in the dock took.
so I
Not
don't
well.
notice any of that.
What's your passive perception?
Me?
Yep.
Oh, it's not great. It's a glorious 10.
Channel my.
You did not notice.
Can't channel passive. Okay. I didn't know if you felt more comfortable when we're back at the Lavish Chateau, but you do what keeps you safe. Just give you a nice smile.
Get a room.
What?
Singing the Ruby.
I'm joking.
Hermia like doesn't get it.
Because
Why would we
that's-
get a room? It's not time for to go to sleep.
She's making a joke about the Maline thing.
Oh. Oh shit. Oh, right. Okay. I need to talk to Leaf. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. We're just waiting for the performance.
Did you want to talk to him in private, or?
Yeah.
All right, you can either talk to him in your mind, or you can take him,
Yeah.
off into one of the
Leaf,
wings somewhere.
I need to talk to you over here. And I gesture in a far corner.
Yeah, you drag him over
Compliance.
near the bar where it's where there doesn't seem to be anybody sitting currently.
Can you
Are we engaging in deception?
how about surprise?
This one is listening.
Can you make me some flowers?
Yes.
Hermia thinks. Can you make sunflowers?
Yes.
Okay, can you do it right now?
Yes.
Okay. Are you doing it?
Oh, okay. And Leaf is going to druidcraft sunflowers.
Yeah, easy enough to do.
At first, they're very tiny, like the size of like a gold piece.
Okay.
Query: what do you need sunflowers for?
So, I feel like I should get Maeve a present because she's like, what did she call it? A Melna?
Maline.
Maline.
What, when she was talking about that meat holiday.
You wish to swap meats with.
I feel like it might be customary to give her a gift. And I feel like I should, but I don't know what she likes, and I like flowers, so I mean, she probably likes flowers.
Yes, I am sure that Maeve enjoys flowers.
Okay. Although I am actually okay. Leave. Here you go. Hermia hands him a gold. I feel like it's just cheap if I ask you to make it just cause. So I'm gonna pay you. So it's kind of like legit. Okay.
It is customary to tip someone after they have performed a service for you.
Okay. Well,
Leaf
there you
will
go.
put the coin into like a little slot on its chest. Is
That
there
was.
anything else you need from this
How big
one?
are the flowers again?
How big are these? Are they tiny?
Like teeny tiny.
If he made them
Leaf!
teeny tiny and then you wanted them bigger, I'm sure he'd had made you bigger ones.
Leaf. Sunflowers are bigger than this.
Oh, this one did not understand that you wanted life-size ones.
What? Why would I want miniature ones?
This one did not understand what you needed flowers for in the first place. But this one can make a bouquet of sunflowers.
Yeah, do that.
And
Apologies,
Leaf.
the JPEG was undersized.
Leaf will like put together like a good arrangement of sunflowers that have little daisies as little accent marks, and then just like a little the grass that comes with it that nobody likes, but you have to have it.
Oh, right.
True though.
It's
I
so
know.
true. Did you used to work in a florist shop out of curiosity?
Wow, Leaf, you should like think of this being like a side job. I feel like he could make like a
Where,
like a
where do
ton
you-
of money.
Where does Leaf stand on horticulture?
Do you not remember the thing that he made in Zadash for Corey?
Yeah.
That's still
huge.
there.
Yeah.
True.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you made the same joke, all of you. Oh, this would be a nice side hustle for you, Leaf.
Hey, I wasn't there when that joke was made. So
Fair.
This one
Thank-
enjoys creating.
Thanks, Leaf. Okay, we can go back to the table now.
Okay.
Understood.
Maeve,
Yeah.
I paid Leaf to make you these
You're looking something up. Oh.
for
Oh.
your weird meat holiday.
Just lover's meat is fine. Thank you, Hermia. This is very kind. She's a little caught off guard. And
Oh
she.
shit! Was that the wrong thing to do?
No,
I don't know.
no. I just this actually means a lot to me. I know a lot of my culture can seem very unusual. And so this is really kind. Thank you. She will take the flowers, and she will give you a quick peck on your cheek if you allow her to.
Sure.
Okay.
Could
Hermia just kind
everyone
of pulls like her hood over farther of her face.
Mervia's a thing.
could everyone please let me know what your passive perception is?
Garbage.
16.
Infinite.
19.
31.
Oh my god.
Leaf, stop it.
Sorry, did I say sorry, insight, passive insight. I'm sorry, insight.
Oh.
17.
Still
15.
17.
Still 10.
I heard a 17.
Oh wait, no, it's
15.
16. It's 16.
10,
17
10,
for me.
10.
23 for Leo.
Leo, when Hermia gives the flowers to Maeve and when she kisses her on the cheek, it's almost imperceptible because you were watching. You're not even sure if you caught it or not,
Oh no, Zana.
but you think you see something like a little like micro facial expression on Zana as she turns away.
I don't want to be murdered.
You won't be. Maeve might be.
Wait, did this happen in front of all of us?
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
everybody saw Hermia give
Yeah,
the
yeah.
flowers to Maeve.
Okay, I'm gonna grab Maeve's hand and say,
I,
I feel left out. Maeve, I'm in love with you.
Dad, Corey. Corey, dearie, young, not age of majority yet.
Er.
But thank you. Give it a few years, maybe?
Okay,
No, let's not do that.
No.
I'll write it in my calendar. Don't you worry.
Let's not. That was a joke. That was a bad joke. We're
Corey,
not.
Did you have a message you wanted to send to someone as well?
Yeah. So as we're all hee hee ha haing, I'm going to look at Zana, and then I'm going to say in her brain, I want to do something helpful for our upcoming mission, and I'm being 100% serious this time. If you want to maybe help me out, I'm sorry, and I promise I won't be intentionally annoying anymore.
You hear back. What did you have in mind?
Well, kind of have some insider knowledge, kind of not, but I know the family that was targeted last time I was here. So, yeah. Might be something to look into as far as like more information. And I kind of wanted to ask the gentleman more questions because, like, Babadook, whatever, if he really had that much of a connection to, the underground and stuff, I'm sure he's heard something but yeah.
I'll see if we can arrange another meeting tonight. Some of the others wanted to talk to the family of the girl that we're rescuing as well.
Okay. You still hate me?
I don't hate you, Corey.
So you like me?
I never said that either.
That's it.
As you are all getting some drinks or maybe having lunch, the lights in the Lavish Chateau begin to flicker and dim before they're suddenly hushed and blown out from the stage side of the room towards the stairs. A spotlight then illuminates the apex, and you see a vermilion angel begin a slow descend. She's wearing a thin silver gown, and her horns are painted silver. The room is silent as an owl's midnight flight as nary a single patron draws breath, having it just stolen by the entrance of the Ruby of the Sea. As she makes her way to the stage, the music begins, and even the beating heart in your chest pauses. As she takes the stage and begins to sing, a collective gasp of awe and wonder accompanies her vocals. She sings of a tale as old as rhyme, of love and loss, of facing hopelessness and overcoming sorrow. It's a story of coming home, finding yourself and realizing the passion of living even amidst tragedy or heartbreak. Maeve, you can't help but have your mind drawn back home. To the stone trees of the pallid grove, you see your father, needle in one hand and yarn in the other. He weaves it with skill, effortless but still focused intently, not realizing his tongue is sticking out of the corner of his lips. You smile as you remember bandaging your finger, having forgotten the thimble again. Rosalind. A memory takes flight as you recall the frailty that even warriors as sturdy and strong as you have in their heart. You remember seeing the pale skin of a tiefling that you haven't seen in years, since you were just a little girl. Fierce words were exchanged in an unhappy departure, and now, fierce yourself. Seeing her standing there, anxiety on her face, eyes brimming with tears. You go to your sister with open arms. Once again, a child just wanting to love. Hermia. Your body ripples as goosebumps spread across your skin. From the center of your back, down to your legs, around to your arms, a chill runs through you and you're reminded of that emptiness the day that your brother left. The notes in this song are beautiful, but they're haunting. They personify that echo within you, and it almost hurts the chasm between you and Leander. But then you feel it. The comfort of a fire on a snowy day. He may not be here now, but you can hear his voice. We've been together our whole lives. Everywhere I go, I carry you with me, and you will always have me too. Leo. You've never felt just pain and beauty before. Memories of a family that you wanted to cut away, thoughts of a bloody life you can never wash out, feelings of regret that burrow deeper, faces of people who were forgotten in fear and pain. This isn't a song for someone like you. And as you look around thinking to find your way out, you see the faces of your party, the second chances. The life you led isn't yours anymore. You don't have to worry about where you'll come home to because you've already found it. Leaf, you've seen people sing before. But this isn't like any of those times. It's hard to process exactly what's happening, the changes in your processors as you hear the notes, you listen to the words, and your mind is taken elsewhere. You begin to make interpretations that you hadn't thought of before, of loss, abandonment, loneliness. You suddenly start to recall memories of Dr. Fernelius, repairing your siblings, setting a dinner table for 7 despite the fact that she's the only one who eats. You see yourself and Kieran in Odessalo. You see saving Roz from the Ustalak, fishing with Maeve and Leo, making an observation that turns Hermia's cheeks summer red for some reason. You'll always have a family in those memories. And Kieran. Corey. A sweeping feeling of sorrow racks you as a painful frown grips your face. What home? What love? What family? There's only been tragedy and loss for you. Chased from inns, driven out of towns, and before that, cruelty. Even thinking of Gil, there's a coldness there. And just as you feel yourself about to let loose a wave of tears, to pick yourself up and run as far away as you can, there's pressure on your hand. Snapped from the stiffness of your emotions, you look and see Zana's hand squeezing yours. Her eyes are locked on the performance, and you see a single tear being held back. There's still time to find your passion, and it may not be as far away as you think. As the music begins to fade, following its final crescendo, the tale ends hopeful and open that everyone may find a happy ending regardless of the story that came before. The Ruby of the Sea gives a bow, and after a moment of silence, the crowd remembers to breathe again, and the Lavish Chateau is filled with applause as she begins to make her exit towards the stairs.
Damn.
Wow.
Well, I see the appeal.
Me too.
You have the rest of the day before you. Second chances, what would you like to do?
Gather myself.
Yeah.
Anyone cry?
They probably cried a little bit.
Almost there.
Oh, you mean in real life?
IRL, no,
I
but Ross
almost
probably
did.
teared up. Yep.
Yeah. IRL, I was very touched, though. Sorry. Crying is really random for me, so, but I was very touched. It was very touching. Maybe probably cried, though.
Roz is gonna
I
take
choked
her
up a
sending
few
stone.
times.
Yeah, Roz is gonna take her sending stone at some point and just think to Saris. If you keep stealing the stone, you're going to be grounded longer. I'll message as often as possible. What's your family like? Stay safe.
Okay.
Should be 24.
I think I'm 23 or 24, yeah.
Nice work. Oh.
Okay. I'll message as much as I can too, but I won't get caught this time. My family is pretty good, I guess. They adopted me a few.
Roz just nods. That seems about right. She puts her stone in her pack.
All right, so you still have the rest of the day. Did you just want to spend it here in the Lavish Chateau until later in the evening?
Yeah, because I had something I was gonna do with Luster, but I think I'll wait till next time.
Yep, that's perfectly fine as well.
We'll do that next time, because I have an evening engagement to give.
Is there an alchemist in this town? Could I
You
ask?
could certainly ask around, yeah.
Ask.
Yeah, actually talking to the bartender again, he mentions that one of the Ruby's daughter has a friend who lives here, and their husband runs an alchemist shop called Bernato's Better Self, and gives
Bernato's Better Self.
Yep, and gives you the location of it.
Perfect. Thank you. She'll nod.
What? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
What was Zana? Where's Zana? Did she run away? She's still there?
No, but she did release your hand after the song.
Is she still crying?
No, she didn't actually cry. You just saw, like, you know how people who are holding it back, you got like the water just like sitting like on the eyelid there, but doesn't actually fall. That's what you
Yeah.
noticed. She was like on the
Listen,
verge of it.
I've seen her have a tear once. Literally once.
Well,
I'm going to just message her, be like,
Yeah.
"Are you okay? Do you want to talk about it up here? I'm also so emotional." That's it.
Make a persuasion check, Corey.
May you be
Just let me
better than
do it, Robbie.
With advantage.
May yours be better than mine always are.
Yeah, with advantage because we had a changeling kind of like
Bond?
bonding moment there.
Roll your
Mhm.
persuasion check.
I'll roll it in inspiration. So I'm gonna roll it. Every time.
It's fine. I'll increase the DC. You won't know.
Oh, okay. 22.
She stands up, doesn't say anything, and walks upstairs. What would you like to do?
I look to the others like, I'm gonna go powder my nose, and then just follows on.
And go, yeah, like the last time you powdered your nose?
That was suspicious.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Watch
And I follow Sana.
so Corey and Zana head upstairs.
I'm just gonna step out and hit up a shop too.
You want to invite anybody along with you?
Leaf is going to spend the majority of the day studying each commission and piece of art that it bought until it is able to develop a sort of program or algorithm based on those drawings, and then will begin creating its own AI-generated
And
art.
for some reason, no
My
matter
dad doesn't-
how much you try, none of them come out properly. They all look absolutely terrible. And you just can't understand why someone without the human touch and creative spark just can't put the same life into these designs as what the
Especially
original
the
artists
hands.
did.
The hands really just
Especially
never
the
come out right.
hands. Hmm.
Actually, Roz will look to Maeve. You can make potions, right?
Yes. Well, I have her herbalist kit.
Would you come with, actually?
Sure.
Thanks. And she'll walk out with you.
Something you're trying to find in particular?
Yeah. Thing specific I need made that I usually get made back home.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't. I'm hoping they can figure out how to make it here. She looks genuinely nervous and uncomfortable.
It's. You can tell me what's it for?
Keeps me pretty.
She just cocks her head to one side. Well, you're gorgeous. First of all, are you sure that's because of the potion, though?
Oh, quite sure, actually. Listen, we've been in the bath together. You've seen.
Oh.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So they keep me from looking like that.
Oh, now I understand.
Mm.
Yes, I'm not aware. I mean, I've heard of certain magics and other minor, I suppose, herbs, but nothing to the extent of, I imagine, what you've gone through.
My Aunt Drea spent a couple of years figuring out how to make the potions that do the work, and they've done well. As you can see, quite well. But I'm running low, so I need to.
Oh, how often do you have to take it?
One of them I take daily, and one every other week.
Oh my goodness, that's an emergency.
It's not like if I stopped taking them, I would just poof.
I
That's
know,
not how it
but
works. But yes,
like-
it does have to get done.
Okay, well, glad we're getting it done now. Okay, you're
So-
gonna need to make sure those get made more.
Following the directions that you were given at the Lavish Chateau, you head to the Skew. The Skew is settled between the main 3 districts of the city and enveloped basically entirely on all sides. It's the residential district, essentially. For the people in Nicodranas, for all intents and purposes, the Skew is kind of the slums of the city, but it's far from the heartless, lawless shanty towns that you've come to expect from some of the other areas of the Empire. The Skews are definitely not as glamorous as the Opal Archways or even the dock districts, but the people seem to come together more than you're used to seeing in areas like this, and it has a strong sense of community. And the people are definitely better off because of one another. As you are moving through, just off the beaten path from the docks and into the Skew, there's a small shop sandwiched tightly between a fish market and a storehouse turned into a housing unit for a few families of gnomes and halflings. While the shop itself is a bit rickety and old, you can tell a lot of care has been put into trying to spruce it up. The windows are clean, the paint is new, and the sign might be the most expertly crafted thing on the street. As you enter, a small bell dings on the door. The inside has a pleasant floral scent with a hint of cinnamon or some other sweet-smelling spice. It's hard to place. The shop room is small and open, with walls covered from floor to ceiling in shelves. They're covering in a mixture of plants and flowers on one side, vials and pots of various liquids on the other, and a mishmash of other materials ranging from powders to oils and small blocks and shavings of materials you'd never be able to recognize yourself. You see sitting on a stool up in the back is short even for a halfling. Bushy brown hair, long sideburns, narrow shoulders, and a large nose, currently wearing a dark blue vest. And as you enter, he turns and goes, welcome to Bernato's Better Self. My name is Yeza. I own the shop here. What can I help you with? I see new faces. Oh, a pallid elf. I haven't met one of you before. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Thank you. My friend Roz here has a special request.
Of course. Anything I can help you with, I would be more than happy to. We don't really service in magical means here per se, but depending on what it is, I can always put in a special order with some of my contacts. But what can I help you with?
That actually might be perfect. She walks over and reaches into her pack. She pulls out 2 potions. One's in a larger bottle, and it's got kind of a pale yellow color to it. And then she takes out a nearly empty, smaller vial that's got a blue liquid in it. So I get this made back home, but I don't know how to make it. I'm wondering, could you maybe examine it and give me an idea of how to make it?
He takes the 2 bottles from you, and starts to kind of look them over and heads back up to where he was sitting. And behind that, you see like an alchemist's bench. And he kind of pops up into the chair there and takes out a few different sort of dishes and grabs these spectacles that have all these different sort of lenses on them, and puts a little bit of each of them into sort of like a dish. And you see him kind of mixing some stuff. He goes, this is very similar to some stuff that we have here. Where did you say you were from? Where's home?
Far away. Very far.
Well, like a different continent?
It's a different world.
She's special.
Oh, okay. Oh wow, this is very interesting. And he jumps down again and walks over, and you watch as he picks up 2 vials from one side of the shop that look very similar to the stuff that you have, but they're a little duller in color. And he takes them back up and he's kind of compare them. Oh, this is interesting.
My aunt makes those. They help my body change the way I want it to.
Are you? Forgive me, Naywist?
She kind of looks a little surprised at that. Naivist.
It's an elven word for. Well, it's not a literal exact translation. We don't really have a word for the nay part. It's like true or truth, but it's not a hard fact like in the sciences, like the sky is blue, which is it's not actually. It's a massive reflection. That's not the point. Nay is like it's like a truth you know to be true in your heart, and Wist is change, a truth of the heart and the change that you need to realize it. But this is, wow.
Raz,
I actually make similar stuff like this for many like you. Very common around these parts. But where'd you say you got yours from? Your aunt made it?
Raz responds in perfect Elvish. I have never heard that term before, but it's beautiful. I like it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't speak Elvish.
She pats her back as she does. It was very nice.
She says, she goes back to speaking in common. I had never heard that term before, but I very much like it. My aunt, she's an incredible, mage, wizard, among other talents, but she creates magic items and potions. And when I was getting ready to turn 13, I was kind of stressing because I was going to start going through changes that I didn't want to go through, so she made those for me.
Well, this is exemplary, absolutely remarkable. I will have to consult a friend of my wife's in order to get you exactly this. But my dear, this is incredible. You or your aunt wouldn't mind if I take notes and use this formula for others?
Rosalind thinks for a moment, and in her mind thinks Andrea would definitely not like that. But I'm sure Andrea would be thrilled to know her work is being used here as well.
Yeah, so
He doesn't have to know.
You see, it's interesting because in order to get the permanent change Naywis need to find their true selves, you can't really use magic. Well, you can, but most magic isn't permanent. The arcane is just man's attempt to bend the laws of time, space, and nature to their own will, and the world wasn't made to do that. There are some very, very powerful magics that could. I've seen it once, but there are risks. Now, some people, bigots of the world, take that to mean that man isn't supposed to change, that it's not in our nature to change, but tell that to the butterfly or the tadpole. Everyone is capable of change. It's just slower. If it's something worth doing is worth doing right, and that takes time. Natural elixirs and herbal tonics are safe, and the body accepts them because it's made of things that the body needs, and in most cases already creates itself. But these, I've never thought to try what this looks like it's doing. Whoever made this, your aunt, used magic to reinforce the effects. It's a beautiful synthesis of magic and the natural ingredients of the tonics. It's not using magic on the body. It's using the magic on the ingredients so they can better help the body. This could help other people like you complete themselves much faster, much quicker. Yes, I do think I can do this. In fact, it will probably take some time to create exactly what it is that your aunt has, but in the meantime, he goes and he gathers a few of the stuff that he has and packages them up. Please, these are on the house.
Well, perfect. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I don't think I got either of your names.
My name is Rosalind Lorest. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Rosalind.
My friend Maeve.
Maeve.
To that end, actually, once you figure out how to make it, can you teach her? Because I might not always be around here to learn, to be able to pick up more.
Oh, sure. Yes. I can certainly do that. The magical part will be a bit tougher. But if you don't mind waiting some time and providing a little bit of a gold, we could get you all the ingredients that you need in order to do so. We also are working on a delivery method. It is quite expensive because the ingredients for the spell in order to do it are expensive. But there's a spell apparently where you can like put something in a box and close the box, and that something appears.
Oh,
and
yes,
I sent someone
very-
my blood with that once.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep, that
I
was.
sent someone my blood once.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. But yes, we would be happy to help you out. We are big supporters of helping people realize and find their true self. Be that with medicine that helps emotionally, physically, however it is. Bernato's better self. It's in the name.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
At this time, the door swings open, and you see a halfling boy, maybe 15 years of age, blue eyes, shaggy light brown hair. He has on like leather armor over his clothes, but it's maybe a bit too small for him. Like he's starting to outgrow it. He's also got a small crossbow holstered on his hip, and just breaks in through, like the door slamming open, and like runs by each of you, probably not really moving Rosalind much, but kind of almost knocks Maeve out of the way and just kind of runs up, passing up some stairs, and he just goes, ahem! And there's like this deafening silence, and you see him kind of peek his head back out. Luke, I believe you owe our guest here an apology. Oh, yeah, sorry. And he kind of meekly comes out and walks up to the two of you. Go ahead. Properly now. I'm sorry for pushing you out of the way and not introducing myself. My name is Luke. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Luke.
All is forgiven, Luke.
I'm Rosalind, and this is Maeve.
Okay. And he goes to run back up. Luke, have you finished your chores for the day? Yes.
I know that look.
Ros gives a disbelieving look.
Yeah, he's like, I know that look.
I've made that look.
So have I.
If you want to go and play with your friends later, finish them. Do not make me tell your mother. Okay. And you hear him just kind of like stomping back up the stairs up top. Sorry about that. Was there anything else that I could help you with? I would check back in maybe 2-3 days. Even if I don't have them done by then, I'll at least have an update for you.
Great. That would be very helpful. Is your son or?
Yes. He's a little rapscallion. Definitely takes more after his mom than me, which is definitely shaving years off of my life.
I know the feeling. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome.
That's a big weight off the shoulders. Have a wonderful day.
You as well.
See you around.
All right. Corey.
Man, you're getting a secret. Stay on a conversation.
So you head upstairs into the room where Zana is.
Does she have the door closed?
You're technically in the same room, and you're far enough behind her. She doesn't like close the door on you or anything, so you follow her in.
Shut the door gingerly behind myself. And turn back into a changeling. Are you okay?
I'm fine. What did you want to talk about?
I just wanted to check in on you. You seemed a little sad, which
It was
I'm
a
assuming
moving performance. That's all.
yeah. Can I insight?
Sure, make an insight check.
Who
want-
has good insight? It's
You want
Romeo, right?
to use her insight again?
No.
I
Kill
think,
me.
unfortunately, Leaf might be the second highest.
Leo might actually be highest. I think his
Oh,
passive
you're right,
insight is
Leo.
23.
That's
I have
true.
a +6.
Okay.
What's the
I'm +5.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm still in Hermias.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Okay, that's still pretty good. So Hermia, while you're downstairs with Leaf and Leo, you can feel the presence of Corey, and you're suddenly in two places at the same time, seeing through Corey's eyes. And you see Zana sitting there on the bed, her normal sort of stone-faced, cold exterior, but the way that she says it, it's hiding something else. It's guarding something. You can tell that there's something more than it just being a moving performance. And then, Hermia, you're drawn back to yourself.
Huh. Weird.
Kind of let the silence hang for a little bit, and then I'll say, you don't have to tell me anything. You don't owe me anything. And I think I know I haven't done a lot to earn any of that. But lately, or, more recently, I've learned that we have to stick together. And I'm here if you ever want to talk about it. That's all.
The things in her song are they're things that I used to have. And it's difficult to find things that you've lost. You're here now, and I appreciate that. Maeve, Rosalind, all of you. But when we're done, we'll all go back to our homes, just like the song said. Hopefully Rosalind to her world. Maeve, if she finds her sister, maybe she'll go home. And I will go back to Rexentrum. Back to doing jobs that benefit the Empire, that benefit people. It's not the type of home that she sings about. That's all.
Well, then, I mean, by that logic, I'd just be a straight rat again, huh?
Or you could stay with Maeve. You think that her love life's going to get any better without you around?
Well, as much as I
Or
I don't want to.
You could go home with Hermia. She needs someone.
Yeah. But
I'm not sure what her
sit
type
down on
is,
the
but you
bed.
could probably figure it out. If you want a real challenge, you could play matchmaker for Leo.
I would do one hell of a job. But, it's different. Even if I were to go with any of them, they already have families. But we're not talking about me. We're talking about you.
She grumbles.
Do you really want to go back?
I have a responsibility, Corey. The skills that I have can benefit a lot of people. We may save the world, but there will still be people to save after that.
No, I get that and all, but that's not what I asked. Do you want to?
Yes.
And you're happy with that?
Happiness doesn't play into it.
It should a little bit.
And for some, maybe it does. But others have a responsibility.
think about telling Zana about Kaz, then I don't. Well, if I've learned anything while I was away, is that we're more than our function. We're more than our skills or what we can do for others. And I know I don't show it sometimes, but you're not. Okay, don't take this offensively. You're not a badass assassin to me.
What
You're
am
just
I?
Zana.
And what
You're
is
Zana.
just Zana?
A friend. A sister? Gotta hear Kieran's original voice come out.
We'll see.
Okay, well. And I turn back into Corey. I'm just gonna lay it out there for you. So you just knock on my door, or I guess our doors, and I'm here to talk. Girls' night, whatever you want.
I wouldn't hold your breath.
Hmm.
I'm going to go
Well-
find Dosal and see if we can arrange a meeting with the Callaton family later tonight.
Well, so here's the thing. I don't want to just talk to them.
Okay.
I want to talk to, so you know that picture that y'all found or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
So I know, well, I think I know that family.
Well, it would just be the widow at this point.
Really?
The picture that we found was from Ricardo Valentino. He was one of the victims of the giant attacks. He was eaten up there. That was one of the names that I looked into, and since their son was kidnapped 10, 11 years ago, the family business wasn't doing so well. And with him gone and just the wife, the widow now, chances are someone else will buy out what remains of their mercantile company, their trading company.
Shit. Well, I don't want to bother her, but I think it's worth looking into. I don't know. That's all. But I can do that myself, and you'll just have to trust that I won't make a mess of things.
Yeah, we won't be doing that. If you want to speak to her, let me know. And I'll come along, or we'll send Roz or Maeve with you.
On the topic of Maeve,
You see her face twitches.
I just want you to know I was just kidding. I'm not actually in love with her.
Why would I care? And she storms out the door. The rest of you.
Soon.
So easy to rile her up about it.
What are the rest of you doing?
I
Did you
am
see
mostly-
Zana stomp outside?
Yeah, do we see?
I mean, you eventually see her come back down, and she goes straight to the bar.
Well, we've been out, so I don't know the
Mhm.
timing of that.
Yeah, I don't
but-
think that you two would, but the rest of you, Leo, Leaf, and Hermia would see her come down and head over to the bar.
God.
I come skipping down the stairs. What we drinking?
You know who won that conversation?
The bartender hears and goes, "You're drinking club soda."
Oh, Carlos, don't be such a stick in the mud.
Tell you what, I will let you have anything you want on the house if you can beat Blued in an arm wrestling contest.
Do I have to represent myself?
Yes.
Okay.
I even think Roz can fight that.
Okay. And I look to the others and I say, well,
Back.
I think we've had a pretty productive morning. But what's our plan for? I know not everyone's here, but like, yeah, what's our
Well,
plan?
we'll say that you wait a bit, and eventually Roz and Maeve come back if you'd like to start
Thank you.
planning. Yep.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Blah, blah, blah.
Sorry, we're back. Yeah.
Oh, Roz. So Carlos said that if you beat Blue in an arm wrestling contest, that I get a free drink, no matter what.
Hell
it
yeah.
is.
Let's do this. Blood, where are you at?
Roz.
And
Everyone in the Lavish Chateau kind of like turns and looks like, oh, those people again.
Roz is geek. She's got her left arm. She's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be awkward because he's probably right-handed.
No one really responds or anything. It's kind of like you yell, and then everyone kind of looks at you, and then just kind of goes back to their business. But you don't see him anywhere currently.
Roz just goes, boo.
All right.
you coward.
Roz calls over to the bartender. Blue clearly forfeits. He wasn't here to compete.
So I get a drink.
I told Corey that if she can beat Blued, she can drink. But until then, she's sticking to virgin drinks.
Roz glances at Corey. Is that what happened?
No, he's a liar.
Go ahead, make a
says you're a
deception check
liar,
with
Carlos.
disadvantage.
Doesn't matter
Rosalind,
what you roll. What?
go ahead and make an insight check.
So 12.
And you get advantage, Rosalind.
What the fuck?
19
Yeah.
plus 0.
You see what's going on here.
Oh yeah, I totally see what's going on here. But Kieran is on my team, and
Exactly.
I'm on Corey's side. Corey says you're a liar. What the hell's up with that? Roz walks over to the bar.
Oh God. this
Carlos
me.
just shrugs. Well, nothing I can do about that, I guess.
Listen, how old were you when you had your first drink?
22.
Liar.
You're a liar. Told
He
you.
smiles.
Carlos is a liar.
My
was
father told me
14.
when I was 15 years old that when
Oh.
I was ready to drink, come to him, and we would go shot for shot until he said we were done. So I waited until he was in the ground.
Oh.
Well,
I yell over Roz's shoulder. My parents are dead, so whatever.
Okay.
I'll have a drink.
He pours one for you.
She goes over to the table with it. Sits down.
Okay. Well, we.
Roz sniffs it to see if it's alcoholic or not.
It is, and it's like heavy moonshine. Like the smell burns.
Oh God.
This will not be a fun thing to drink.
Hey, Corey.
Yes.
It's sweet and ready for you. Go for it.
I'm going to hold it. I'm going to look Carlos in the eye.
And start drinking.
Yeah.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That's not bad.
Roz is cheering you the whole way.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Wait. Add 5. You're within 10 feet of me.
25.
So you can already smell as you're putting it up to your lips. Oh, this is not going to taste good at all. And it doesn't. It burns so much. But out of spite, you continue to drink. He locks eyes with you. He's unblinking. How long do you drink for, Corey?
Until it's done.
You chug it. Go ahead and make another
Yep.
con save at disadvantage.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna use
five.
another inspiration.
For straight roll?
Zana, Corey's not going anywhere tonight. I don't know what mission
Okay.
you had planned,
12,
but
13 plus 5.
not happening.
18.
Okay. Your stomach begins to bubble and gurgle, and you let out a burp that tastes even worse than it was going down. You manage to keep it down, but you are also drunk now.
Okay. I just hold the empty glass and I just like cheers it to Carlos.
He
I
nods.
think we're,
Roz nudges you, Corey. Way to go, kid.
I think Corey's
Wait,
thanks
thanks, guys.
Yes.
What?
How are you feeling,
Maeve,
Corey?
you're so pretty. It's really no wonder that everyone's in love with you.
Oh,
You
that's-
Yeah,
know,
Maeve,
like
it
you're
really is.
so
It's not
nice
even
and
remotely true.
like Kaylin is really lucky, you know, and we're so lucky because you're our friend. And
Halen
then I
is
just
very lucky, you
drunk
know that?
girl start complimenting
Roz,
everyone.
what are you doing? Yeah, go ahead and compliment everybody, please. Roz, what are you doing?
Hermia, I think you're so cool, and I think it's like amazing that you have this badass sword, you know, and I want to hang out more. I do. We
Don't
should
you-
do that.
Corey, don't you think it's just crazy that Hermia doesn't have a special someone to be with tonight?
I'm just kidding.
Special someone. Who do you like? I'll turn into whoever. What's your type? What do you like? Do you like bad boys? Do you like bad girls? Whatever.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, Hermia. What type do you like?
I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like Hermia needs a buffet.
Huh. Okay.
Can
so
you just
we'll
be
do-
a type?
Yeah, like do you like heroic types or like nerdy types or something?
I don't know. Can they be a badass nerd?
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Oh,
give me
Zana?
some time to change. I'm gonna like wobble up the stairs.
Okay.
Make a dexterity check for me at disadvantage.
Be helping.
Come
her.
on.
5 this time.
It's a
Yeah.
check anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, you guys don't want to know.
Yeah, we do.
They do.
We really do, actually.
So you watch as Corey stands up, and there's a wobble, but Corey is aware and kind of begins to do like this like sachet type thing, like towards the stairs, like I'm making it work. First hoof hits the bottom stair, and Corey falls straight up, smashing her face on the stairs. You don't feel anything. You don't feel anything, Corey. As you turn
just say,
back
"Ow."
to give a thumbs up to everybody, and blood is just pouring down her face.
Oh! Okay, Roz is gonna hurry over
Don't
and
you
do some
worry,
lay on
honey,
hands
I'm
work.
gonna look so good for you, okay? It's gonna be amazing. Okay.
Honey, okay, Roz is gonna carry Corey up the stairs and do some lay on hands.
Roz, you're so strong. You know, like you are so powerful. Girl, work it.
That's what they tell me. Yep. And yeah, she's gonna carry her upstairs.
All right.
Well done.
So as the evening eventually comes, was there anything else that you guys wanted to do this night? Maeve, did you want to take everyone down to the
I will
Water's
take
Edge?
whoever is interested. I will obviously first let Hermia and Zana know because they were there.
I'll
before.
go.
Cool. But yeah, whoever wants to go.
Zana's
go.
gonna stay at the
Wants to
Lavish
go, sure.
Chateau this time.
Hold on. Jeez. Maeve's gonna go up to her and say, a lot of us are going.
Would you like me to go?
Of course.
Fine.
You'll smile and then escort her over.
Leaf, are you going?
Yes. Leaf will attend.
Leo?
I guess I have to see how this ends, so yes.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
All right, so is anybody not going then? How about that? I think that's a better
Yeah, I was
way.
gonna say, Corey, are you coming?
Hell yeah!
All
The
right.
party Just getting started. Where are we going?
We'll say that
quiet-
by about this time you're still buzzed, but you're not
Yeah.
drunk.
You're still
So-
fun
No,
fact, but
I'm-
you're not tripping.
I'm good.
As you head down, you basically wait until after the sun has set, so it's nighttime, pretty late into the evening, and you head back
Yes.
down to the Mother's Lighthouse.
So excited to see this on a full moon.
And just as it was before, everyone sees the lighthouse now, except this time the eyes of the mother's statue, as the light swivels by, shines them bright, and you see it cast out over the sea. But indeed, Maeve, now with the moon out and full, you can see a almost perfect reflection of it in the water. Hold on, did I actually write something for this? As you look out over the dark waters of the Lucidian Ocean, the light and torches of the city casting small little specks of red light across it, but they pale in comparison to the twinned reflection of Catha in the waters. As you appreciate this sight, double the light of the moon that you are usually privy to, is there any sort of prayer that you would like to offer to the Moonweaver?
Yeah. Let me think. Sorry, I should have had this completely planned by then. She is going to pray for the it's kind of what I imagine a traditional prayer to be. So like for the moon to guide us in shadows, and for the night to shield us from day's burning light as we go about our mission, and for the care of all of our friendships, may it work for us together.
And as you do, Luster escapes from inside your cloak and is just kind of like hopping and prancing around. And at one point he stops near the edge of the furthest cliff and just kind of looking down there curiously.
She will end her prayer and walk slowly. See something, buddy?
As you are looking down, you notice that there's a slight sparkle down among the rocks near the crashing waves of the lighthouse that catches your eye, and there isn't really anything that should be reflecting off of that from this angle, or for that much. What would you like to do? It's in a very
Luster, you-
precarious place down there amongst the rocks.
Yeah. Luster, do you think you could safely fly down there and grab that, or no?
He nods his head and poof, turns into a big giant version,
Medium size.
medium size, and then kind of kneels down and puts his wings down for you to climb on.
She will do so.
And you all watch as Luster takes Maeve down towards the rocks, which I guess kind of completely negates the skill challenge.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I should have been thinking about it.
It's like he flies.
But getting down there, you grab what looks to just be, you think, like, is that like a glass vial of some sort of, or some type? And as you get back up into the light of the city, you're holding in your hand a tear-shaped prism that has no opening on it that you can see or find, but that has glistening water within it. If you go ahead and look in the inventory, you can add Tear of the Moon to your inventory. But you don't know what it does until somebody identifies it.
All right.
I can put on Leroy or Elroy and identify it if you want.
You certainly could. And at about this point, the door to the lighthouse opens up, and Morena comes out and goes, Maeve and Hermia, I see you came back for the
Hermes?
sights. Hermes. Maeve and Hermes. You came back, and Zana, you brought some friends as well.
Yes, we did.
Hi.
My name is Morena. It's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Morena?
Morena Redlark, yes.
Yes, she owns the The lighthouse.
Well, I don't
Does she?
own it. It's temple to the Wild Mother here, but I'm the caretaker. I inherited it from the one before me.
You're a cleric to Melora?
Not. I mean, I suppose you could say that. I don't know any magic or anything, but I'm a follower, a steward here, so you could say that.
I got a weird question.
All right.
Do you get along with your dad?
And you see sorrow kind of fall over her face. I mean, I think that probably every child has both fond and complicated memories, probably of both of their parents. But I lost mine several years ago before finding my way here.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Gladys was
Roz
kind enough
kinda
to take me in.
Shifts uncomfortably.
Kind of looking around.
You know, I've always followed the ways and the teachings of the Wild Mother, and she brought me here to Nicodranas and to Gladys. A lot of people thought that she was rude, crotchety old lady who lived in the lighthouse, and they were all right. She was. But as I had said to Maeve, Hermes, and Zana, that, you know, thorns are part of the rose's charm. Which one of you, Maeve had mentioned another of you follow the Wild Mother?
I point to Leaf.
This one follows in the footsteps of the Wild Mother.
Oh, my Neormaton. That's how interesting. I've never met an Eormaton that follows any of the prime deities, let alone Melora. What is it that drew you to her?
This one has a direct affinity to flora and fauna, but also the Wild Mother came to me in a dream. Therefore, I follow her.
One of her chosen, then. That is exciting. It's good to hear. Normally, I don't let people in after dark, but both of your three friends left their own prayers to the Wild Mother. Would you like to do so?
Yes.
And really, any of you can come if you'd like to, and she begins to lead Leaf towards the lighthouse.
Follow. As we're walking along, Roz thinks, Light, are you seeing this?
I am.
It's your friend.
It is. She seems to have found a better fate here, as many others have.
Mm-hmm.
So you all are taken into the lighthouse. Zana stays downstairs, as it was a bit cramped up there, even with three people. But you see the insides of the lighthouse covered in flowers and flora, and taken up past the mushroom farms of the stairwell to the top.
I was very excited to show you all this.
Where Maeve, your flower, has not bloomed. It's still just a pot with dirt in it. But you are all allowed to take a seed and find a pot to plant it in. And she tells you the same thing. You know, come back in a few days. Sometimes these sprout a bit quicker if you're looked upon favorably.
Roz kind of leads over to Maeve. Is this like, she holds up her shield of Avandra. Is that like blasphemy for me to do something like that?
Oh, no, they're all friendly with each other.
Mm-hmm. She actually notices your shield as well. Don't worry. All prime deities are welcome within the embrace of the Wild Mother. Did you know that Erithis, the goddess of law and civilization, is often depicted as having a romantic tie to Melora? You would think they were be opposites, but, you know, often nature and the Wild Mother I think a lot of times want to grow in unison with civilization. After all, we come from her as well, the same as the animals do.
Makes sense.
While you guys are potting, I'm just gonna run back downstairs so she can look at the moon some more. She's like, it's really pretty. Or I guess I can look for upstairs. I don't know. Wherever the best view is.
Can you still plan if you like are still figuring it out?
Still figuring what out?
I'm not really a person of faith.
Why is that?
Was that like a judgy why is that or just
No,
genuine?
curious. Yeah.
Okay. It just it never popped up. Never did. So.
I see. Well, I suppose. Well, first of all, yes, of course. You don't have to have. Well, I would argue that by wanting to plant a seed, that you're showing faith. The Wild Mother and the Prime Deities, we know that they exist. They give your friend here his powers. And noticing your shield to Avandra, Rosalind, she points to Roz's shield. And if you were to ask your friend here, she would maybe even suggest that a path was created for you all to find each other. All faith is believing that it's not random. That those things happen for a reason. Not all things do, but some.
Well, like even bad things?
Well, there are betrayer gods as well. But the idea that all things are pre-planned and all things are destined takes away some of the magic of life. So, no, I don't think that all things are pre-planned or all things are destined, but sometimes choices are put in front of us, and it's up to us which way we go. But something put them there.
Oh. Okay, shoot. I'll fucking pot a thing.
Okay. So you take a seed and put it into the pot, push it on down there and water it. Then you'll just take some time enjoying the view from up here, looking down on Nicodranas, all the different lights, like little fireflies scattered amongst the city, casting a somewhat wavy reflection of it out on the waters. And as you're led down... Oh, Leaf,
I'm
yes?
going to use Druidcraft to help make Corey's pot seed grow a little bit better.
Buddy.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check for me. What's your passive perception, Corey?
Just 10.
Okay.
14.
As you all eventually are led down the stairs, Corey, you look over your shoulder one last time at your plant and see a little green leaf start to peek up out of the soil.
And I just like say to the group, guys, I think I'm chosen.
I love it.
Hard to argue with.
Mhm.
When we go down, I want to grab May for a sec.
She's just happily looking at the waters. Oh, beautiful, right?
More than anything I've ever seen, to say the least of it.
What's on your mind?
She shifts awkwardly and uncomfortably. Will you help me pray,
To
Avandra?
certainly. I do not know typical Avandra prayers, so I will help you as I tried to help Hermia.
Neither do I.
Morena overhears this. If you'd like to honor her, like the Moonweaver, there isn't actually any temples dedicated to the Changebringer. It's sort of a bit against the nature of her domains: freedom, trade, travel, adventure, luck. I'm sure you know she encourages her travelers to venture into the unknown. Her nature leads to few temples dedicated to her in the center of cities like this, but sometimes they can be found near well-traveled roads. But a good way to honor her, perhaps through a show of faith.
Oh. This is my show of faith. She glances to Maeve for advice.
Well, sometimes it's good to close your eyes. Sometimes it's best to focus on what's in front of you. And pretend you're talking to them, but she's right there. Don't try to make fancy words. Just talk. And find out about her as she's finding out about you.
Okay. And she kneels down at the edge of the water and puts her shield down. The last time I prayed and meant it, I was 5. I prayed to Timora, and I asked her to do something terrible. I asked her to kill my parents. I asked her to let them stop suffering, stop being in pain. And they lived for 2 more months, screaming, hurting. And I never forgave her, or any god. Felt powerless. And I promised that I'd never rely on anyone else's strength again. From now on, it would just be whatever I could do. That would be enough. And when I came here, I wanted to do this on my own. I wanted to prove that I was every bit the hero that my family was. But if we fail, it's all over. And I'm not willing to bet the life of every soul on Torres on my selfish desire to not need anyone. It's wrong. And I'm sorry. Please help me. Please give me the strength when I don't have any left. Please let me help them.
While this is
She
happening,
hangs her head.
Marina goes back into the lighthouse and comes out about the time that you finish. And she kneels down beside you. It's a beautiful and well-made sword that you have there.
Oh,
May I?
yeah. She hands Radiant Sister to her.
She takes out a small emblem of the Changebringer on a small cord and affixes it to the bottom of the pommel. That was a touching prayer.
Yeah.
Not bad for your first one.
It's been a while since I've met one.
Go take a walk through the Restless Wharf. It's one of the major spots of trade here in the coast, another of Avandra's domains. There is a tale. I don't know if I'm telling it right, so forgive me. It's not my area of expertise. But there is a tale of a champion of the Changebringer, an older warrior who had seen much strife and sadness and sorrow in their lifetime, to the point where they couldn't take it anymore. They didn't have the strength to lift their blade, and so they left it at a crossroad for anyone else who may need it. And over time, as people came, they used it to protect themselves from bandits. They used it to hunt for food when they had none. And eventually, that warrior had need to take up the blade once more and return to that spot, not expecting the sword to be there. But it was. And like him in that time, it had changed, it had strengthened, it had grown from hand to hand. Go into the Restless Wharf and leave your sword there overnight if you have faith in the Changebringer. If she has the same faith in you, she'll see that it remains. And even if it doesn't, perhaps someone else needed it more.
I will. Thank you, Marina.
It's getting a bit late for me, but it was a pleasure meeting all of you.
Thank you once again.
Hope to see you in a few more days, and maybe some of your offerings will have sprouted by then.
Absolutely.
Just salute. I accept my position.
She smiles and heads back inside.
She's gonna put on her little necklace. Well, she's gonna take the necklace and go, Leo, can you help me out here?
Say that again.
Yeah, I'll identify her.
Yeah, so it's not actually a necklace. It's like the size of like a small
Oh, I'm
flask,
sorry.
kind of. Yeah.
Okay. I thought,
And so identifying it, Leo. I did
Leo.
not put a link in here like I should have.
I got you. Tear of the Moon. The small glass-like tear-shaped jewel is filled with moonlight and water. Using an action, you can crack the surface and drink the water to instantly gain the benefits of a full rest. You can share the water of the tear with up to 5 other creatures, granting all an inspiration. Once the tear of the moon is cracked, it loses its power after 5 minutes and crumbles to dust.
Yep. And just to be
That's
clear, you
crazy.
can do one or the other. So you can get one person can gain a full rest by drinking it, or you can give out 5 inspos to people who share it.
Cool, cool.
And
there
it
a
is-
wing honey?
Single use.
Yeah, it's
It should be in there, yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
Tear of the Goddess.
Tear of the Moon.
Tear of the Moon, I'm sorry, yeah. Sorry, Tear of the Goddess is my game. But Roz will do as instructed as well. She'll find a spot deep in the wharf to leave Radiant Sister overnight.
And you find an area that seems pretty busy right near those 3 sort of big main buildings. And find a weak spot in the cobblestone where you can see the loose sand. And push Radiant Sister down into it. And people around you are definitely like, what the fuck are you doing? Especially as you walk off, people are just kind of like, just leave her sword there?
Looks like
And
a
there's-
nice sword.
Yeah, there's just a lot of, like, confusion. And, like, one person starts to walk up to it, and, like, their friend just hits them. It's like, stop it.
What
And
are you doing?
they just kind of keep walking, and you all head back to the Lavish Chateau for
I
the
had
night.
something I wanted to do.
Oh, yes, Hermia,
for-
please.
Hermia has a piece of parchment with a message scrawled onto it, and she kind of like folds it into a paper boat
Mm-hmm.
and then pushes it out into the water
Okay.
and just kind of watches it float off.
All right. And with that, you all make your way back to the Lavish Chateau for the night and find peaceful rest. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.